Let's go!
カラーマリスアンリミテッド。大丈夫。君となら乗り越えられるよ。
Oh wait, that was Shirachi talking actually. Nice. Nice, but I will play today Enomoto's route in this game. And it's my first playthrough with him, so let's see. But he's a funny guy. He's, yeah, kind of dumb sometimes, but sweet. Yeah.
もうとにかくお前は俺のタイプじゃねえ。認めねえ、絶対に。
なんか鏡見てるみたいだ。昔の俺ってお前みたいだったのかな。
最高の相棒だ。昨日もよく頑張った。
怖かったはずなのに、ほんとすげえよ。いつの間にか自分よりも大事な存在になってた。
Oh hey, Mirei.
お、笑ったな。 あ、やっぱお前は笑顔が一番可愛い。本番はまだ先だけど、予行練習ってことでだな。気の利いたことは言えないけど、この気持ちだけは誰にも負けない。お前が好きだ。
Isn't he cute? He's cute, right? Oh my god, look his face. Oh, is this your favorite, Mirai, actually? The spring sunshine felt warm on my face. Mineo and I walked to the Shinjuku police station, side by side. I made lunch for you today. Here you go. Mineo's eyes lit up as I offered him a rather hefty lunchbox.
おお、わざわざありがとな。すっげえ嬉しい。
This guy. That makes it all worth it then. And if you'd like, I was thinking we could have lunch together.
よければなんて遠慮すんなよ。なんとしても時間作るからさ。
Are you sure? Don't go out of your way just for me.
心配すんなって。そりゃ復職したばかりの頃はバタバタしてたけど、だいぶ落ち着いてきたし。
Actually, it's K. Ah, okay. It's number 2. I'm here to farm points. Wow, Alex. For what you farming points? You want to make me sing or what?
それに、彼女からの誘いを無下にするわけにはいかねえよ。なことしたら、男が廃る。
That's so like you, Mineo. There wasn't a hint of shame in the way he said it. This spring, Mineo had proudly rejoined Shinjuku Field Operations Unit 2. We often walked to and from work together. I'll be waiting for you on the rooftop at lunch.
部署は違えど、同じ職場に彼女がいるなんて、幸せすぎて泣けてくるぜ。
Relax, guy. All will be fine. Enomoto put on a theatrical show of weeping tears of joy. He'd also discarded the eye patch he used to wear. I have to say, it's still a little weird seeing you without the eye patch. Since officially rejoining the force, he had stopped wearing it.
柳先輩やタケルにもそう言われたんだけどさ、警察辞める前もつけてたのは非番や休憩の時だけだからな。さすがに四六時中つけてたら佐竹さんにぶっ飛ばされっから。
You're right about that.
柳先輩のとこに世話になってからは慣れちまったからずっとつけてたけどな。
Isn't it just because you looked up to the great date Masamune?
まあな。けど誰かに憧れてるだけじゃダメだ。俺は俺の道を行く。そう決めたんだよ。いわばニュー榎本峰夫スタイルなわけだ。右目の封印を解いたことによってイケメンっぷりが上がっただろうが。
Yeah, he sounds like so crazy sometimes, Mirai. That makes it so hilarious. Also, Mineo was being his usual boisterous self. I knew that the road to reinstatement hadn't been easy for him. He was up late every night studying, that set on getting his badge back by spring. After Ogata had been arrested late last year, perpetrators linked to the X-Day killings had been captured one after another. However, the police never managed to catch the Adonis leadership, and we're still trying to chase down members who had gone to ground. They had declared that the X-Day project was suspended, but nobody knew if Adonis would regroup someday. He also voiced Doppio. Ah, okay. That said, there had been no significant new events for months, so the string of murders seemed to finally be over. Those were some hectic times. With the quarantine lifted and weapons laws back in the place, Shinjuku was finally returning to a semblance of its former life. The X-Day task force had been resolved, and Morioka, Minigishi, and Mukai had all returned to police headquarters. But Shirashi still hasn't come back yet. According to Mukai, Shirashi often went off on his own to satisfy his personal whims, and that appeared to be the case this time as well. I figured that SRCPO would be dissolved, but they didn't in light of Shinjuku's crime rate prior to quarantine. Given the effectiveness of SRCPO, they choose to continue operations to aid in crime prevention and community policing. There was still an overwhelming number of reports coming in, so an SRCPO hotline had been created to take the load of the standard dispatch office. In essence, my job duties hadn't changed at all.
トマ、封印を解いたことによって女子にキャーキャー言われるかもだけど、俺にはお前だけって聞いてるか？
Oh wow! Oh, totally.
いやいや、絶対その顔は聞き流してたろ。あのな、今俺のイケメン度が上がったことについて語ってたんだぞ。それを。
Your style is different without the eye patch, but I wouldn't say that it's better. I'd say that each look has its own unique charm.
このハート泥棒め。
Mineo clutched his chest in mock anguish. There was mirth behind the expression, so I knew that he wasn't really upset. So you've been living on your own for a week now. Are you taking care for yourself? Are you eating right?
あの料理上手な柳先輩のとこにいたからな。むしろ料理の腕は上がったくらいだ。
After Mineo had been rehired, he'd felt that he couldn't keep relying on Yanagi and moved out of the detective office. I'd helped him find a new place to live, and he had ended up moving into a place near my apartment.
俺のことよりさ、こっちはいつお前から SOS が来てもいいように備えてるんだぞ。
Oh, you worry too much about me. You even picked a new place to live because you were worried about me and Kazuki.
何言ってんだ。そこは重要だろう。それに日常で困ることはたくさんある。
Such as?
分かってねえなお前は。例えばジャムの瓶を開けようとして蓋が開かない。和樹もいない場合どうする？
I'll use a towel and rubber gloves for extra grip, or I loosen the lid by heating the air up, or by palm striking the bottom to dislodge air.
ちっかー！俺はそんなお役立ち情報を聞きたかったわけじゃない。
Am I wrong?
ジャムはやめだ。そう。部屋にクモがいた。やっぱりカズキはいない。さあどうする？
Actually, that's the point, because I am also scared from spiders, so that's a good point. If I find a spider, I just shoo it away and let it escape outside.
ああ、優しい。って違うだろうそこはだな。キャー怖いミネウさん助けてって、俺に SOS が正解。
What's happening here? I carry a gun, so I'm pretty sure I can handle a spider on my own.
タランチュラクラスでもか？
Well, maybe not a tarantula. Those aren't just going to be randomly found roaming around a house in Japan, so... That said, when he mentioned it, I did briefly imagine a tarantula. Yeah, the poor spider. Honestly, it creeped me out.
一人で立ち向かうには敵はあまりにも強大だ。さあ、そんな時は
Of course, I knew that Enomoto was asking me to rely on him more. I was happy for the sentiment, but I didn't want him to baby me too much. I sent a SOS to you.
よし来た。その言葉を待ってたぞ。お前に危険が及んでると分かれば、俺がマッハで駆けつける。そう。さながらヒーローのように。
A superhero? I imagined Mineo as a superhero that Kazuki and I used to watch on TV as kids.
一が脅かす敵はこのスーパーミネオマンが許さね
え！Oh my god. But he looks cute though. Wow, that suits him perfectly. Earlier, Mineo had rushed to the aid of a high schooler getting shaken down for money and had even managed to somehow make that look gallant. I suppose that was rather heroic of him too.
さあ、どっからでもかかってこい。3分、いや、3秒以内にノックアウトだ。来ないならこっちから行くぞ。くらえ！スーパーダイナミックウルトラスクリューパンチ！
Oh my god.
またつまらぬものを成敗してしまった。まあ、これもヒーローの務めだ。この町の平和は俺が守る。
I imagined his cape fluttering in the wind as a superhero soared off into the sky.
おい、何笑ってんだ。
Oh, I just thought that the superhero look would fit you very well. It's pretty easy to imagine you in a cape and tights.
なんか俺の思い描いてるヒーロー像とは違う気がすんだけど。俺はな、こう無敵で頼もしくってナイスガイなヒーローをイメージして。
無敵ね。なら試してみるか。
Oh wait, who is this voice? I remember this voice, but who is this? Ah, Morioka? Hmm. Before Mineo could turn around, two meaty fists appeared on each side of Mineo's head, then began smashing his temples together with increasing force.
急になんなんすか
We turned around to see two of Mineo's co-workers. Oh, good morning.
おはようございます。いい朝ですね。
そんな和やかな挨拶してないで助けてくれよ
Is this not how Field Orb says good morning to each other?
違う断じて違う
ギャーギャーうるさいぞ榎本。人の目の前でイチャつきやがってこのリア充め。
リア充くー一度言われてみたかったんすよありがとうございます
そうか。彼女の前だし少し手加減してやったけど余計な気遣いだったみたいだな。
ギブギブ勘弁してください
What is face? It's actually the only character that has a face like this sometimes. But it's so hilarious.
公衆の面前で、さらに言えば彼女がいない俺たちの前でイチャついた。当然の報いだな。
その通りだ。俺たちの繊細な心に大打撃を与えた罪は重い。
その顔で繊細ってあいたたたたた嘘そう冗談です
I brought my head to the officers who were wrestling with Mineo. We're sorry for being so loud in the office.
いやいや、君に非はない。すべての罪は榎本にある。
その通り。このデレデレした顔がいけないんですよ。
そんなこと言われてもこいつといるとこうなっちゃうんです。
まあその気持ちはわからんでもない。
榎本の彼女なのは残念ですけどこうやって話すだけでなんか癒されますよね。
The two men flanked me with warm, humorous expressions.
榎本は放っておいて俺たちと一緒に行きましょう。
Behind me, Mineo had finally been released from the headlock and stomped the ground in frustration.
くそ彼氏ポジションを占拠された。そこは俺だけに許された場所なのに。
He stuck out his lower lip in an exaggerated pout. I couldn't just leave him like that. Sorry, he won't take this well. I gently declined the invitation and went back to Mineo's side.
何も言わなくても俺に寄り添ってくれる。この愛情、プライスレス。
復活するの早すぎねえか。
In the end, the four of us all ended up walking to work together. Good luck at work today, Mineo.
あ、お前もな。また昼に会おうぜ。
After we said our goodbyes, I went to the locker room. I changed into my uniform, then headed to my desk. My junior partner was already there, standing at attention.
星野先輩、おはようございます。
Good morning. Let's both do our best today.
はい。独房って一見地味ですけど、先輩みたいに X デー事件解決に貢献できるかもしれませんもんね。
I had been put in charge of this rookie who had just transferred in this spring. I Apparently, he heard from Moshida that I had been involved in the arrest of Kobayashi and Ogata and liked to talk about my achievements. My involvement with X-Day was a special case. What's important about SRCPO's work is our ability to get close to the community. You need to really listen, no matter who you're talking to. Don't forget this.
はい、すみません。同期に特防って窓際だろって言われて焦ってしまって。
I know how you feel. A friend once asked me whether I was losing my passion for police work because of the nature of SRCPO's duties. But it really is an important job. We interact with the public more than any other department.
はい、弱音吐いてすみません。頑張ります。
Just then, the phone started ringing, so I got to work. The rookie reminded me of myself not too long ago. Customer service. My friend Saeki, who had said that, was still recuperating. In the middle of the X-Day killings, he had gotten mixed up in a shooting. The scenes were still fresh in my mind, as if it happened yesterday. We still wrote each other letters, but I felt lonely without him. I hope we can go drinking again someday, just like we used to. At lunch, I went up to the roof. Mineo was already there, waiting for me. Mineo. I called out to him, but noticed that his mood was rather somber. Hey, what happened? Oh my god. Worried, I approached Mineo. His eyes were tearful. For some reason, he was holding a curry boon instead of the lunch I'd made for him.
みんなにお前が作ってくれた弁当の素晴らしさを自慢してたんだ。おかずを一品一品見せびらかしてさ。そしたら一品かすめ取られて取り返そうとしたらもう一品そうこうしてるうちに弁当は空になった。
I thought of the two officers who had teased him this morning. He probably got excited and started showing off, so they ate all his food. Wow, that's so not nice from those guys. I mean, wow. Is that why you bought the curry bun?
いや、これは佐竹さんにもらった。たくさん買ったからって。
I can imagine that too. Sataka was like a father figure to many in field operations.
このカレーパンもうまいけどさ、愛妻弁当にはかなわねえよ。
Mineo squeezed the pastry in Agish, causing the curry filling to ooze out. Your wife?
え？まだ妻じゃないな。でも、愛情たっぷりなのは間違いないだろ？
That's right. I put in your favorite Hamburg steak. I immediately shut my mouth, but it was already too late. Mineo covered his face in shame.
すまねえ。この命に変えても弁当は死守すべきだった。
Hey, it's okay. I have another lunchbox here.
けどさ、それはお前のだろ。
I know how much you are looking forward to it, so you can have mine. It's the same as the one I made for you, with the Hamburg steak.
天使かよ！いや、 悪い。せっかくだし、甘えさせてもらうぜ。
I sat next to him on the bench and opened my lunchbox. Then Mineo gave me half of his curry bun.
お前が腹減っちまったら悪いし、カレーパンも分けっこな。
Okay, well, since I'm already here, I cut the Hamburg steak into bite-sized chunks and raised one piece to Enomoto's mouth. My heart beat slightly fast. Oh my god.
これは、まさか。あーんってやつか。
Yes. It was embarrassing to have it pointed out to me. Yeah, he looks a bit like a cat there. I don't know why, but it's cute. I wished he would just eat it already, but Mineo just sat there, staring at the offered piece of meat.
恋人にやってほしい100の事柄のうちの一つを、こんな風にやってもらう日が来ようとは。
If you don't know what he actually means with the 100 things, he's actually like reading a love book. Like he has a book where he's reading about love. Before he even was with Ishika, he was reading this all the time. I remember you saying something like this before. I was reminded of the time that I plucked a stray grain of rice from his sheep.
気のせいだろ。これくらい俺もたしなんだことあるし。
Oh my god. Mineo, you look like you're about to faint in joy. Wait, a hobby? So you've done this before with someone else?
あ、それは想像というか夢の中というか。
How about in reality?
ない。この23年間、憧れを胸に生きてきたんだ。悪いか。
What even is his other hand doing? He's just destroying something in his fist. Oh, I'm not upset. I'm actually happy to hear that I'm your first.
そうか。そう言ってもらえるなんて感動。あれ？ちょっと待って。俺は今重大なことに気づいちまった。このハンバーグを食べた後。
I followed Mineo's gaze. He was looking between me and the fork I was holding up.
つまり、関節キスになるってことだよな。
Oh my god. Stop analyzing it out loud like that.
気づいちまったんだから仕方ねえだろ。でもまあ、今さら関節キスに動じたりしねえぞ。なんだって俺だし。直接キスを。
Oh, enough. Just hurry up and eat it. I surprised myself with my anger, and Mineo swiftly snapped up the offered piece of hamburger. I was about to eat my own portion as well, but felt awkward and hesitated.
あんたたちのやりとり聞いてると、ここが警察だってことを忘れるわ。
Oh. Sakuragawa sat down on the bench next to us, beef bowl in hand. Did you hear us?
つうか会話の内容が中学生レベルで聞いてるこっちが恥ずかしいよ。もっとさ、大人な話題ないの？ディープなやつ。
True, Mirai, true. Could be. I mean, the uniform also looks a bit like school, but only slightly a bit. Adult.
Deep.
Mineo seemed to be waiting for more details, but unfortunately for him, Sakuragawa did not divulge the information needed to satisfy his curiosity.
あんたたちってほんと健全だね。お互いが一番ってのが見ててわかるわ。このまま自然な流れで結婚しそう。
Wow.
まだ俺たちはそんなプラスチックなんで。
榎本、それを言うならプラトニック。
Plastic? Oh my god. But this guy. Just sometimes it feels like he has lost brain cells when he's saying something or didn't think about it. Sakuragawa corrected Mineo with an exaggerated sigh, then began eating her lunch. The topic of marriage had a greater impact than expected, however, and we both went silent. We did do a little rehearsal marriage ceremony at a church before. I recalled the kiss we shared under that reverent atmosphere. Then Mineo finally opened his mouth.
そういうことはちゃんとしなきゃなって考えてはいます。
Both my eyes and Sakuragawa's went wide at Mineo's quiet declaration.
俺は一時の感情でこいつと付き合ってるわけじゃないですし。男には好きな女を幸せにする義務がありますから。
You said it without hesitation. I sensed the firm stubbornness behind the words.
そっか。ま、何か進展あったら教えてよ。
はい。
I had difficulty remaining composed as I listened to their exchange. I didn't think he'd go there. I'd been casually conversing with Mineo until a moment ago, but now I couldn't even look at him. That was how shocking this had been for me. Field operations had a wide set of responsibilities. Regular crime prevention patrols were among the most important of our duties.
このまま西口方面に向かいますね。
ああ。今夜はやけに静かだな。
We took the car through a turn, our eyes scanning for any suspicious vehicle. A cop of Zatake's caliber could sniff out criminal activity just by observing the driving style of a vehicle. It was a skill born from many years of experience, not something I could learn overnight.
何事もこういう地道な努力が大事だ。まずは広くアンテナを張らねえと。
Since rejoining the police, I had noticed a change happening with me.
辞める前より頭がすっきりしてるっつうか。
Perhaps it was most accurate to say that my instincts had dulled. During the X-Day cases, I'd been a sitting duck, unable to move forward or go back. I spent those days lazily passing the time. Now I felt myself oddly calm while at work. Maybe it was because I could see what I needed to do. Sometimes the change frightened me.
まあ、取り乱すよりはいいよな。
In field operations, it was common for us to work directly on crime scenes, so we needed to be calm and rational. I needed to trust the instincts I had right now and devote myself to preventing as many crimes as possible. I slowly turned the steering wheel, directing our car into a side street. Then I drove for a while. Everything seemed peaceful for the moment.
確かに今日は静かっすね。酔っ払って騒いでる集団も見かけねえし。
嵐の前の静けさかもしれねえぞ。
いやいや、縁起の悪いこと言わないでくださいよ。平和ならそれが一番じゃないですか。
そりゃそうだがよ。どうもさっきからムズムズするんだ。
あれ、佐竹さん花粉症でしたっけ？ボックスティッシュ使います？
バカ、そういうことじゃねえ。こうやけに静かな時ほど油断できねえもんなんだよ。
ああ、刑事の勘ってやつですか。
Oh my god, Alex. Really? You have so much points already. By the way, I have some new emotes. I don't know if you saw them. These three are new and I get another one next day, an animated one. But this needs to wait that it gets activated. Oh, you mean the loading one? Yeah, that's T2. Actually, the loading one.
ああ。ま、お前にもそのうち分かる時が来るだろうさ。
おお、なんか今の刑事ドラマっぽくていいっすね。俺もそのセリフ言ってみてえな。
By the way, better say directly which song or say it now, then I can prepare it and it don't sound totally horrible when I sing it next day.
お前な、調子乗って自尊とかしでかすんじゃねえぞ。
I just remember I still have to sing a song for Ren. Songs in German? It can be any song, it doesn't matter.
分かってますって。
Something caught my eye as I scanned the peaceful scenery. In an instant, I collected myself. The air in the car tensed.
佐竹さん。
ああ、噂をすればなんとやらだ。
When we turned left, we spotted a car swerving back and forth on the road. It was meandering between the left and right sides of the road. Was it an unlicensed driver or a drunk driver? Either way, they need to be brought in for questioning.
前の車、止まってください。左に寄ってください。
Let me actually write this down that I don't forget it. Or are you on my Discord? Actually, I can just check it later. Again. When I watch the stream again, I can check it. Oh, okay. Then write it in the Discord that I remember. Over the loudspeaker, I stated my instructions and waited for them to comply.
スピード上げやがった。
おとなしくしてりゃいいもんは仕方ねえな。
I turned on the lights and sirens and started pursuing the vehicle.
至急至急、53から機捜隊、不審車両を発見。職質しようとしたところ逃走。新宿園方面どうぞ。
While Satake called for backup, I put the pedal to the metal. I tried closing the distance to the other car, but they were driving wildly in excess of the legal speed limit.
おいおい、無茶しすぎだろ。
Then they suddenly turned off the road into a narrow side alley. I couldn't see any pedestrians, but one wrong move and there would be a tragedy.
このままだと大通りに出ちまう。その前に何としても抑えないと。
さっき無理やり歩道に乗り上げた時、前輪が破裂してた。向こうも今頃焦ってるだろう。あの蛇行っぷりだと無免許だろうが、周囲の人間に危害が及ぶことは絶対に避けなきゃならねえ。
Satake was... If we gave pursuit, the driver was likely to speed up and drive through other obstacles, increasing the chance of an accident. In that case...
泳がせるのが有効かもな。
I continued to tail the car, keeping it just within visual range. The driver gradually reduced their speed, proving me right.
そろそろだな。
Ahead there were red lights and sirens. Our backup had arrived. Seeing that, the driver jerked a sharp left into a side road.
よし、入った。
That road led to a dead end. By tailing at a distance and keeping out of sight, we managed to lead the target exactly where we wanted it. If they tried to run, then they'd have to ditch the car. My projection was proved right, again when our headlights lit up a figure trying to abandon his vehicle and make a run for it.
逃がすかよ。
We stopped the car, then Satake and I worked together to arrest the driver and passenger. When we got close, I blinked in surprise. They were both rather young.
免許証は持ってんのか？
んなの持ってねえよ。
無免許運転を認めるんだな。
だったらなんだよ。別に誰にも迷惑かけてねえだろ。
Oh my god. Is this guy Kas? He sounds like Kazuki, like Ishika's brother.
迷惑かけてからじゃ遅いんだよ。お前、歩道に乗り上げてたな。あの時歩行者がいたらどうなってた？
いないかどうか確かめたし。
視覚から出てくる可能性だってあるだろ。自分が歩行者の時に歩道を乗り上げて走ってくる車がいるとか想像するか？一歩間違ってたら取り返しのつかないことになってたんだぞ。車は誰かの命を奪う凶器にもなる。それを自覚しないで乗り回そうとするやつを警察は見逃さない。絶対にな。
Maybe it was not. After we finished questioning the two men, backup officers arrived to take them to the station. We watched them go, then Satake slapped me on the back.
昔のお前ならあいつらをがむしゃらに追い回していただろうな。犯罪を未然に防ぐためにはある程度こっちもスピード出して追わなきゃならない時もある。だがそれが事故につながらないよう見極めるのは難しい。深追いすりゃいいってもんじゃないからな。途中からは判断をお前に任せたが、今回は正解だった。
ありがとうございます。でも今回は無免だからってのもありますよ。飲酒だと逃げ切られた可能性高いですし。
ああ、そうだ。慢心する暇はねえからな。しかしちゃんと見えてんじゃねえか。警察を離れてた時間は無駄じゃなかったってことだな。
そうっすね。俺には必要な時間だったと思います。
I'd been hiding from my past, petrified in fear. But I had someone nearby to look up to.
柳先輩の冷静さやタケルの判断力、白石さんの観察眼とか、そういうの。
I didn't think that I would pick up their skill just by watching them, but I'd taken a step towards being the cop that I wanted to be.
成長したな、榎本。
佐竹さん。
I turned towards Satake, his tone of voice contemplative. He was looking at me with a somewhat relieved expression.
俺、もう絶対に逃げません。
I wanted to become a man I could be proud of for Ishika and my friends who'd believed in me. I'd fallen into the trap of self-loathing, and they had been the ones who helped me stand back up. Sounds like they managed to stop the runaway car. Lead operations had been the ones to catch the suspect, so that meant Mineo might have been involved. While imagining his face, I looked over the provided information and sighed. Oh, when did it get to be this late? I had been training some newer employees on documentation, and I hadn't realized it was long past the end of the workday. Ushida had already started his night shift, so I got my things and prepared to go home. Just then the phone rang and Moshida answered.
はい、こちら特殊地域防犯対策室です。ああ、どうしました？声が聞きたくなった。まったく仕方ないな。体の調子が悪いって言ってたのはどうなったんです？
Oh, that's probably his wife. From what I could hear of the conversation, the call was from an elderly woman who called as CPO of. Or maybe not. We haven't gotten many non-report calls lately. Calls that weren't reports were typically complaints, remains, or other small talks. Even the old woman Moshida was talking to didn't call as frankly anymore. It was proof that peace was finally returning to Shinjuku. Then the phone rang again. Hello, this is the Special Regions Crime Prevention Office. As always, I waited for the caller to continue, but after a pause, there was still no answer. I had a bad feeling about this. Oh wow. Scary. What? The line cut off before I could even reply. Adonis was going to pass judgment on someone. That's what they said, right? Was this another one of their warnings or just another prank? I checked the number and found that it had come from a payphone, then called the number back. I waited for a while, but nobody answered the line. I put down the receiver and rushed over to Moshida. Moshida.
血相会ってどうした？何かあったのか？
He had just finished talking to the old woman when he noticed the change in my demeanor. I just got off the phone with... I explained what had happened. Moshida took a moment to think, then looked up.
まずはその人物の特定に当たろう。星野、ケイラに連絡してくれるか？
I'm on it. Controlling my nerves, I keyed my rate. This is Shinjuku SR CPO. To all units. A threat stating that Adonis will now judge Yuka Someya was just received from a public payphone at the first block of Shinjuku 325. This may be a new Adonis incident. Requesting priority response.
了解。現場に急行します。
Wait, was that Mineo? He must have been on patrol. I hope he won't get into any danger. Still anxious, I synced off the radio. Ishika's voice came over the radio with a highly unexpected report. As soon as I heard it, I felt like something had seized a hold of my heart. Of course, I knew that there was no proof yet that this was really a threat from Adonis. Still, it wouldn't surprise anyone if Adonis had been in hiding, waiting for a chance to resurface.
やっと落ち着いてきて、住民も安心して眠れるようになったんだ。
There was no guarantee that the peace would keep forever. In fact, petty crimes still occurred in this town on a daily basis. With that in mind, I knew that even this minor respite was worth protecting.
今は俺にできることをしなきゃな。
Satake and I arrived at the phone booth as directed, but it was Abaddon. We decided to split up and do a sweep of the area.
今のところ異常なしか。けど、もし犯行予告だとしたら、染谷って人が襲われる可能性は高い。
I hoped that the phone call had just been another hoax, but that cautious optimism ended when I spotted the figure of a young woman sprawled on the ground in an alleyway.
警察です。大丈夫ですか？
I ran over to the woman and checked her condition while trying to mind my surroundings. She was still conscious. Her only obvious wounds were some lace rents to her right leg. The bleeding seemed to have stopped already, so it probably wasn't a deep wound. Hello, Hannah! I play actually today your favorite guy, Root, I think. I think that was your favorite, right? Enomoto. It's fun, so. Oh yeah. Yeah, you should thank him when he is there actually, because I don't think he's there at the moment. Yeah, all fine. There was a bloodied knife next to the woman, so it had probably been used to slash her.
ひとまず本部に連絡を。
Oh yeah, enjoy it, Anna.
大丈夫ですか？喋れますか？
The woman grimaced, then slowly opened her eyes.
あなたが助けてくれたんですか？
いえ、俺が駆けつけた時にはあなた一人でした。失礼ですが、染谷ゆかさんじゃありませんか？
そうです。急に背後から襲われて、ここに引っ張り込まれて。
落ち着いてください。ひとまず怪我の手当てをしないと。
She took my offered hand, then looked around. Oh wow, she kind of cute.
あの人、男だったと思うんですけど、悪を裁くって言ってました。一歩間違ってたら、私。
怖かったですよね。女性の刑事に付き添ってもらうよう頼むので、少し待っていてもらえますか。
Taking pity on the frightened girl, I keyed my radio.
こちら木曽榎本、染谷ゆかさんを保護しました。意識あり、怪我をしています。場所は
I met up with Satake, explained the situation to the detective and emergency medical service, then left the rest to them. Somaya had been rather frightened and insisted that I stay with her, so I accompanied her as far as the hospital.
綺麗な現場だな。
That was my first impression of the hospital compared to the crime scenes.
ナイフ以外、犯人の手がかりになりそうなもんは見当たらなかった。
The investigators would probably find more definitive clues like footprints or traces on the victim's clothing. It was a forensic job to look into that. Still, something bothered me. If it had been a random crime, then the perpetrator would have left behind more traces. That didn't feel like the case this time.
犯罪に手慣れている人間。
Their shadow still loomed in my mind. But no coin had been left at the scenes. During the X-Day murders, Adonis had always left a coin as a calling card at each crime scene.
模倣犯か。いや、奴らが手口を変えただけかもしれない。
It had been 3 months since the X-Day cases had come to a close. I clenched my fist. Now we were faced with the threat of new violence. Is this Persona 5? Maybe. Maybe. Wait. Didn't you play already Caller X Malice, Mirai? Or you didn't? I don't know, I thought you played it already. The police station was abuzz with talk of last night's events. The victim is Yuka Somaya, an 18-year-old female. She's a high school senior. Yeah, you also played Unlimited, right? Because they are both different games. The crime scene's investigation hadn't found any of the coins that Adonis always left at the crime scenes. Nice. You know, the first time when I started playing, I actually started playing Caller X Malice Unlimited, and I didn't know that I need to play the normal game before to understand what is happening. So the first time I played Unlimited and started with Takeru's route, and I didn't even know what happened before. I was so confused when I ended the first route that then I bought the normal game and started playing this, and now I understand what is happening, you know. For that reason, the event was being treated as a copycat crime that was unlikely to be directly tied to Adona. An investigation had been immediately started based on the victim's statement, but there were no leads on a suspect so far. We didn't know their objective, but if they were trying to emulate Adonis, then it wouldn't surprise me if this was followed by a second or even a third crime. The news media had picked up on the incident too, and visits and calls to SRCPO had been non-stop. Unlike previous attacks, there had been a public warning of the crime using Adonis' name. The trend towards peace and quiet in Shinjuku was abruptly reversed. As was expected, the public was nervous.
はい、その件につきましては現在捜査中のため。はい、お答えしかねます。
I heard the rookie sighing as he finished the call.
国防がこんなに激務だったなんて昨日までと違いすぎます。
Everyone is on edge. It's our job to help them through this difficult situation.
心折れそうです。
Come on, we can't rest yet. Let's do our best, okay?
はい。
I tried to comfort the tired rookie, then picked up the phone. Hello, this is the Special Regions Crime Prevention Office.
ちょっと警察は何やってるの？新宿には妹家族がいるのよ。隔離措置が解けたから安心してたのに。何かあったらどうするつもり？
I apologize, ma'am, but we are still investigating the case.
そうやって当たり障りないこと言っておけば引き下がると思ってるんでしょ？バカにしないで！こっちはね、家族の命がかかってんのよ！
There were countless more calls expressing anxiety, frustration, and questions about the progress of the investigation. Among them,
こんなことがまた起こるなら、新宿隔離措置が解けた時にすぐ引っ越せばよかった。せっかく親の反対を押し切って高校卒業してすぐ上京したのに、ここで頑張りたいと思ってたけど殺されたら意味ないよ。警察は俺たちを守る気ないの？
of course we are. I want to do everything in my power to protect you. It would have been easy to say that, but for me to say that in my position would have carried serious responsibility. I'm sorry to hear that. The man hung up without another word, and I replaced the receiver, feeling helpless. He moved to Tokyo right after high school like me and Kazuki. It would have taken courage to leave his family behind and strike out on his own. He came so far. Yet, I felt terrible that this situation had happened in spite of his determination. Of course, he wasn't the only victim. As long as Shinjuku remained more dangerous than the rest of Tokyo, people wouldn't be able to rest easy. Even so, we made progress after arresting Kobayashi and Ogata. This still isn't over. I have to work even harder. As part of SRCPO, I had to hear out as many people as I could. That was all I could do for them at the moment. Hello, Special Regions Crime Prevention Office. Unfortunately, I can't give you the answer you want, but rest assured that we are doing everything we can. As I put the receiver down, someone tapped me on the shoulder.
星野、お前昼休憩は
I did a little while ago.
本当かずっと席にいるし、休憩らしい休憩をとっているように見えなかったぞ。
I'm okay. If I have one quality I can be proud of, it's my endurance.
いや、そうは言ってもな。
Oh, excuse me, I have to take this. Hello, this is Special Regions Crime Prevention Office. I felt bad about cutting off Moshida, who had only been looking out for me, but I continued to answer the calls. On my lunch break, I went to visit Somea in the hospital.
榎本さん、来てくれたんですね。
あ、はい。なんか俺を呼んでるって聞いて。
すみません。刑事さんが付き添ってくれてるんですけど、なんだか怖くて。榎本さんなら話し相手になってくれるんじゃないかと思ってお願いしたんです。
ああ。
Also, I had mixed feelings about being told that I didn't act like a police officer. I figured it was more important that she could talk to someone.
それに、俺もちょっと話を聞いてみたかったんだよな。
There hadn't been many surveillance cameras around the crime scenes, so the pair could have easily fled before Somiya regained consciousness. Forensic hadn't found any prints on the weapon, and detectives were currently looking for nearby witnesses. It was possible that she hadn't known her attacker, but I heard that their current theory was that they were related somehow.
自分で言っちゃいますけど、俺って署内でも親しみやすさに定評があるんです。
やっぱり昨日助けに来てくれた時もすっごく安心できましたもん。
そりゃよかった。まだ落ち着かないでしょうし、俺でよければ話し相手になりますよ。
ありがとうございます。昨日からちょっと混乱してて。だけど落ち着いて考えてみたら襲われた原因に心当たりあるんです。
え？それ担当の刑事に話しましたか？
いえ、話しづらくて。
She looked frightened, so I tried not to let my excitement show as I carefully tried to dig deeper.
辛いことかもしれませんが、犯人につながる手がかりになるかもしれません。もし差し支えなければ話してもらえませんか？
ちょっと前に私、学校の階段で倉橋さん、クラスメートの女子にぶつかっちゃったことがあって、その子落ちて怪我したんです。って言っても捻挫だったんですけど、走ってきたのは彼女の方だし。でも怪我させたのは事実だから、私もちゃんと謝ったんです。倉橋さんは許してくれなくて、私が突き落としたみたいに言いふらして。倉橋さんはクラスの人気者で、私クラス中から犯罪者を見るような目で見られてるんです。毎日アドニスに裁かれればいいのにとか、犯罪者には罰が下るとか言われ続けてます。持ち物に落書きとかも。
ひどいな。
It wasn't good that someone had gotten hurt, but bringing Adonis into it obviously crossed the line.
殺されればいいのにって言ってるのと同じようなもんだし。
Still, from Somia's story, it was easy to imagine the rest of the class joining in bullying her.
学生のいじめは壮絶だからな。本人たちは遊びのつもりでも、どんどん要求が過激になって、傷害事件になるケースは多い。
傍から見たら、私は大罪人ですから。アドニスが噂を知って、きっと裁きを。
いや、それはない。
Adonis went after heinous criminals, or they did in a sense, but they focused on people who used society to cover up their misdeeds. They definitely wouldn't bother to come out of the hiding for something as trivial as a squabble among students. Had the perpetrator used Adonis' name to spread fear, or had they done it to mislead the resulting investigation? Either way, I had to relay this information to the people who were in charge of the investigation.
染谷さんにとってはあまり考えたくないことかもしれませんけど、怪我をさせた子やクラスメイトが関与している可能性もありますので、担当の刑事に名前とか詳しいお話をしてもらえますか？
でも相手は大人の男の人でした。顔見知りだったらわかりますよ。
計画した人間と実行犯は別って線も考えられますから。
確かにそうかもしれませんが、
まずはそういう可能性から潰していく必要があるんです。
I took on a slightly scolding tone, then checked the clock. My lunch break was over.
すみません。俺はそろそろ。
はい。榎本さん。
As I stood up to leave the hospital room, Somaya called to me in a meek voice.
また来てくださいね。もし裁きが終わってなかったら、今度こそ私。
Somaya was shrinking and trembling in fear, so I put on my brightest smile.
もちろんまた来ますよ。昼と勤務後しか時間取れないんですけど、俺もなるべく力になりますから。本格的な聴取は退院後になるので、入院中はできるだけ話し相手になります。
Somaya nodded timidly and I patted her on the head, then left the... Oh.
どうしてまだ終わらないの？こんなに怖い思いしてもまだ。私そんなに悪いことした？もう嫌。
Oh, wow, the messages. Is Somaya still alive? Wow. I'd long lost count of how many phone calls had come in. When there was finally a pause in my work, I noticed that it was completely dark outside.
星野お疲れ。ほら、これでも飲め。
Thank you. I took the can of corn soup I was offered and absent-mindedly opened it.
お前食事もろくにとってなかっただろ。若いからってな。無理は禁物だ。
Thanks for thinking of me, but...
星野、この分じゃ明日も対応に追われる。一度気持ちをリセットしないと持たないぞ。それにお前、昨日も遅かっただろう。今日はもう上がれ。
If you're staying, then I'm too.
心配するな。俺は夜も嫁さんの手作り弁当があるから平気なんだ。ほら、ピンピンしてるだろ。
Moshida stuck out his chest proudly. He was as spirited as ever.
それに正直なところ、特防一の聞き手と名高いお前にここで倒れられたら困るんだよ。
Do people really say that about me?
俺調査だけどな。そんなわけで明日も頼りにしてるぞ。
Moshida clapped on me on the back, then went back to his seat. Thank you so much, Moshida. I drank the can of corn soup, then went to the locker room to shave. I'd been on edge while in the police station, but exhaustion hit me like a ton of bricks as soon as I stepped outside the building. It had been a while since I'd faced this much negativity, and it was taking a toll on me. It reminds me of the end of last year. Every day had been like this last year. There had been anger, sorrow, fear. The people's voices had told me they felt like there was nowhere to run. I want to do whatever I can for them. I want to hear Mineo's voice. It didn't matter what he said, but I thought that his voice would make me feel bad. But if I hear his voice, I might just end up complaining to him. Mineo had just rejoined the police and was trying his best. I didn't want him to see me losing heart. I just have to do what I can on my own. I'm back. When I got home, Kazuki poked his head out of his bedroom.
おかえ
Did you eat yet, Kazuki?
大学で同じ講義取ってるやつと盛り上がったから外で食べてきた。
Okay, how's school going? You were working on a big report, right?
俺よりそっちのが大変なんじゃねえの？アドニスっぽい事件が起きたってニュースで見た。大丈夫なのかよ。
Oh, you must be worried too. The police are doing their best to solve the case as soon as...
いや、そうじゃなくて。姉ちゃんは大丈夫かって話。
Me?
警察に対するバッシングとかすごそうじゃん。そういうの姉ちゃんとこの部署が聞いてんだろ。 X デイ事件の時もくたびれた顔して帰ってくることあったし。
Well, the calls just keep coming in, one after the other.
なんかあったらミネオさんに相談すれば。家だって近くなったから飛んできてくれるだろう。
Yeah, but this isn't enough to call him out. I'll be okay. Thanks for worrying about me, Kazuki.
たく世話が焼けるな。
My shoulder slumped at his annoyed tone. I need to do better. I couldn't make Moshida and Kazuki worry about me anymore than they were. Trying not to let the exhaustion show on my face, I went to my bed and flopped down on it without even bothering to remove my makeup. The exhaustion floated my body, and before I knew it, I had fallen asleep. Then I was awakened by a sound, and I slowly opened my eyes. That noise, is it coming from the kitchen?
お前器用だな。さすが星の一族だけのことはあるぜ。
これくらいで大げさだって。つか、ミネオさんが雑なだけじゃねえ。
俺の料理はダイナミックなだけだ。雑なわけじゃないっつうの。
Vinay. I blinked the sleepiness away, then looked at the kitchen.
見よ、この華麗なリンゴの皮むきを。
Oh my god, why he looks so hot there? No, why? But this game makes it really hard for me, to be honest. I thought all the time like Shirashi is my favorite. And after that it's Okazaki. But now I'm not sure anymore. Because oh my god, this smile.
しミネオさん声でけえよ。
As I assumed, it was Mineo standing there in the kitchen, peeling apples in an apron. Kazuki was next to him, frying something in a pan. The scent reached my nose and my stomach growled.
でもさ、こういうことなら最初から言ってくれればいいのに。ミネオさん紛らわしすぎ。
え、どこがだ？
自覚ないのかよ。昨日電話かけてきたとき。ちょうどよかった。今ミネオさんに電話しようとしてたんだ。
Why was that such a weird sound?
そうなのか？あ、まさか、あいつに何かあったんじゃないだろうな。
いや、昨日、X デイ事件と似たような事件が起きただろう。そんで、仕事が大変なのもあるだろうけど、なんか悩んでるっぽい。帰ってきた時も、だいぶくたびれてたし。ミネオさんに相談するよう言っても、大丈夫だからって聞かねえんだよ。
ああ、俺もちょっと心配で電話しようとしたんだけどさ。あいつのことだから強がりそうで。だからお前に様子聞こうと思ったんだ。
元気に振る舞ってるけど、無理してると思う。仕事のことは俺に話せねえだろうし。
やっぱここは恋人として俺が一肌脱ぐしかねえな。
ああ、物理的に慰めるとかそういうのだったら俺出かけるから。
Yeah, I would understand it like this too if I would be Kazuki.
あ、別にお前がいてもいいぞ。
Oh my god.
いや、どう考えても邪魔だろ。俺も気まずいし。
邪魔じゃねえって。むしろ人手は多い方がいい。
Oh my god.
あ？ごめん、話が見えない。ミネオさん、何するつもりだ？
Oh my god. Poor guy.
もう俺の頭の中では献立を考えるとこまで行ってたからさ。やっぱ何を作るかって重要だし。
なんつうか、ミネオさんらしいよな。
どういう意味だ？
健全つうか純粋っつうか、まっすぐすぎて憎めね
え。おお、いきなり褒めるなよ。なんか恥ずかしいだろ。
にしても、朝飯作るって、これで本当に姉ちゃん喜ぶか？
前に俺がどうしようもなく落ち込んだ時、あいつが飯を作りに来てくれたんだ。うまいもん食うと元気になるっつってさ。さすがにそこまで単純じゃねえと思ったけど、腹が膨れたら考える気力が湧いた。心に染みたんだよな。あいつが俺を励ますために頑張ってくれて、その気持ちが伝わったのもでかい。
It It had been during the storm of X Day, when I'd been worried about Muneo, who had been snared in Ogata's shame. I'd cooked the food he liked to try and cheer him up.
だから、今度は俺の番だ。これ食って、少しでもあいつが元気になってくれるように。ま、そこまで手の込んだものは作れねえ代わりに、気持ちだけはいっぱい込めたつもりだ。
それで野菜切り終わってからしばらく念じてたんだ。なんか呪ってんのかと思った。
ちげえよ。元気パワー注入だよ。あいつには言わないでくれよ。
はいはい。けど、ミネオさんってバカっぽく見える割に案外中身は真面目だよな。一人暮らしするってなった時も、そこは姉ちゃんと同性の流れじゃねえのかよって思ったけど、そういう話すら出なかったし。
そりゃ全く考えなかったわけじゃねえけど、お前もいろいろあっただろ。いきなり一人にするわけにはいかねえよ。
アキトがアドニスの関係者だったなんて考えたこともなかったからな。
Kazuki. It had come as a shock when it turned out that Akito Sera had been working for Adonis. For a while, Kazuki had locked himself in his room, refusing to even eat. I tried to comfort him, but my words hadn't gotten through, and he seemed to have shut out the entire world.
一番近くにいたのに、俺はあいつの苦しみに気づけなかった。そんな俺に音楽を続ける資格があんのか。ずっと一緒にやってきたのに、俺だけがって気持ちがあって、何も手につかなかった。でもさ、そんな風に俺が腐ってる時、ミネオさんが言ってくれただろ。
なあ、カズキ。まさかバンドやめる気じゃねえだろな。
You know what, Daniel? I have now something. But you won't get it, my friend. Wait, where is it actually? Yeah, you already saw this probably.
やめられたら困るぞ。俺、ファン2号だし。ファン1号の姉ちゃんだって悲しむ。
Yeah, I knew you already saw this.
セラは、お前に夢を託したんだ。隣にいなくてもずっと応援してる。友達って、そういうもんだろ。
Holy shit, what is this emote? Final. Okay. I also activated the other emote, but I need to wait that it can get activated. Also animated one.
帰れって言ってんのに部屋の前で何度もしつこくってさ、面倒で折れたっつうか。
あの時は必死でだな。
ごめん、嘘。本当は結構あの言葉に救われてた。
Wait, you should have follower emotes, don't you? No. Actually, no, I don't have, right? You can activate it by points, if you want one.
セラ・アキトがどういうやつで、どんな曲を作って、 どんなことで笑うのか。どこにでもいる普通のやつだって、俺は誰より知ってたんだ。
Well, the question is, what else will you do with your points, Daniel? So it probably makes sense to use it for the emote.
すぐ心の整理がつく問題じゃないよな。俺もおせっかいなこと言っちまったけど。
By the way, is Sakurama playing the Oh my god. Okay. Is Sakurama streaming the beta, the Honkai beta, by the way? Or he don't?
でも、あいつの方がずっとお前のこと心配してたんだぞ。お前を一人にさせるわけにはいかねえってさ。
うん、知ってる。荷物にはなりたくねえって思ってたけど、俺、結局は姉ちゃんと峰夫さんに甘えてんだ。一人じゃどうしたらいいかわかんなくて、ただのガキなんだって思い知ってるとこ。
Oh, okay. So he streamed the CN beta before and not the English one anymore. Okay, okay.
そんな落ち込むなよ。俺もあいつも、お前に甘えられた方が嬉しいんだ。あいつは家族を大事にしてる。あいつが大事にしてるもんは、俺だって守りたいからな。
Wait, what do you mean? Prepare for trouble on Friday. What is on Friday? Is there something special? Wow.
姉ちゃんが峰夫さんを好きになったの、わかる気がする。見る目、あると思うよ。
Oh, yes. Oh, thank you for reminding me, Ray. Oh my god. Yeah. And Thursday we will know who is the new Valkyrie. Oh, it's also coming then a new one after, what was her name? Aponia? Yeah.
そうか？いやー、なんか真面目に語っちまったな。あらかた出来上がったし、そろそろあいつを起こさねえと。
Oh. I scrambled back into bed and threw the covers back on. I had a feeling that I wasn't supposed to overhear that conversation. I saw some pictures on Twitter, and the new Valkyrie will be then like, she looks a bit like a child, right? Maybe men can only open up to each other. I never realized that's how Kazuki felt. Soon I heard footsteps approaching.
ちぇー、寝顔見たかったのに、毛布かぶってら。でも俺が起こしたら絶対驚くよな。どんな顔するかな。
Oh, what a troll, Mineo, really. Even so, I couldn't see Mineo's face. It was easy to imagine his excited expression. Okay, I didn't hear that conversation, and I don't know that Mineo's here. I need to look Genji surprised, or else he suspects me.
おーい、いちかー。朝だぞー。早く起きないと。くすぐっちゃうぞー。
You tickle me. I hadn't seen that coming. What should I do? I wonder what he'd do if I just stay still. Giving it my curiosity, I awaited Mineo's next move.
あれ起きない。なあ、おいって、起きてくれよ。ちょっと言ってみただけだったが、マジでくすぐるべきか。いやでもそれありか。触るんだぞ。無防備な彼女にそんな大それたことをして許されるのか甚だ疑問なわけで。
My god. Oh, he's going to tie his brain into a knot. I better get up. Oh my god. Good morning.
おお、起きたのか。そっか。ほっとしたような、ちょっと残念なような、複雑な気分。
Sorry. Mineo looked flustered, then looked at me as if he realized something.
お前、寝起きで俺がいたのにあんま驚いてないな。
Oh, of course I am. I'm very surprised. Wusa.
もういいよ。ちょっと時間早いけど、こっち来てくれ。
Maybe my acting had been good enough because Mineo didn't seem concerned by my reaction. Relieved, I followed him.
じゃーん！お前の好きなものフルコース全部俺と和樹で作ったんだ。しかも驚くなかれ、なんと手作りプリンもあるんだぞ。どうだ、すごいだろ。
Oh. Okay, let me drink up. Actually, let me make a funny face to the. Oh my god, what is this Seely Bonk emote? What is with Seely's face there? It looks like it's exploding. It's so, like, big. Holy shit. Give me 1 second. I have now so much air. Because I was drinking so much. I need to be careful now. I prepared myself mentally after hearing their conversation, but when I saw all the food lined up on the table, I was genuinely impressed. This is incredible. It must have been so much work for them to prepare all this in the morning. They did it for me. I'm so happy. Thank you, boss. Kazuki, thank you for trying so hard to make things you never tried making before. I'd already been happy to hear Mineo and Kazuki's conversation, but now I felt so ecstatic, I thought I would cry.
どんだけ感動してんだよ。オーバーじゃね。
I don't know why, Daniel, but this bonk emote actually fits very good to the music at the moment. I don't know why. Huh? Wait, am I?
お前、ひょっとして。
Oh no, did they realize I was listening in?
昨日ろくに食わずに寝たんじゃねえか？だから飢えてるってわけだ。
Oh, yeah, that's right. My stomach's been growling for a while. Mineo put his hand on my tummy, then
おかわりもあるからな。遠慮しねえでじゃんじゃん食え。
I will, thanks. The three of us sat down for a delicious breakfast while chatting happily. The warmth of their kindness seemed to seep into my body and soothe me. After we finished breakfast, I saw Kazuki off to school. As Mineo and I walked to work together, I told him the things I hadn't been able to say yesterday. This time, I've become painfully aware of how little I can do to help the people of Shinjuku. The X-Day murders may have been an extreme circumstance, but the police managed to stop them, so people might have gotten their hopes up. My job isn't to solve their crime. I'm just supposed to listen to people who are afraid of becoming victims. And when I try to think of what I really can do to ease their fears, I just feel powerless.
それで、お前は捜査ができる刑事課に転校したいのか？
No, that's not what I mean. It was true that joining the investigation would give me some measure of confidence and make me feel like I was actually helped. But that wouldn't do anything to address people's fears. The people I've been listening to weren't victims, they were just regular people. It isn't that I want in on the case. The investigators directly working the case had it much worse than I did. I was sure that the physical and mental demand on them, as well as the feeling of uselessness, were much greater.
特防の重要性はお前が一番知ってる。必要としてる人間がいるって自覚もあるだろ？それでもお前が不安なのは、もっと上を目指したいからだよな。
Yes. I firmly answered Mineo's questions. My job was to listen to their fears and worries, to open myself to the hearts of the people. I had always known that, and it wouldn't change. I'm feeling down, but I haven't given up. I want SRCPO to do more for our community. Could strengthen our focus on following up on reports, local patrols, and directly engaging the community about possible criminal activity. We were already doing that, but if we stepped up our efforts and coordinated with other precincts, it could lead to more effective crime prevention. I hadn't fully formulated my plan yet, but I slowly told Mineo what I was thinking. When I put it into words, I feel like what I want to do hasn't changed. Sorry, I know that I can't really do anything about it, and this must sound like whining. But action comes first, right? When I said that, Mineo, who had been listening quietly, suddenly stood up. Then he turned to me and reached out his hand. Oh. He suddenly flicked my forehead, albeit lightly. Mineo?
俺な、こう見えてちょっと怒ってる。
Her?
そうやって、何でもかんでも溜め込むのはお前の悪い癖だ。首はつけられてた時にも言ったけどな。不安なことや辛いことがあったら、好きなだけ俺にぶつけろ。俺は、お前の力になれるのが嬉しいんだ。迷惑とか、そんなの考えなくていい。
Can I really just depend on you like that?
いいに決まってんだろ。 答えの分かってる問題だったとしても、落ち込んだり嫌になることは誰だってある。そういう時には甘えていいんだよ。つか、何でも一人で解決されると俺の出番がなくて悲しい。こっちはお前を元気づける方法100個くらい温存してるんだからな。
100?
備えあれば憂いなしだ。そういうわけだから、いつでもバッチ来い。
Seeing Mineo declare that he was totally, utterly prepared made me feel like I really could take him up on his offer. Alright, I come to you whenever I need to, then.
そうし。ほっ
Mineo?
大変だ。ちょっと弾いたつもりだったけど、赤くなってる。
Oh, my forehead. I touched the spot where he had flicked me. It didn't feel like it was sweat. I could tell you held back. It doesn't hurt. Mineo continued walking with me, now looking somewhat dispirited.
乙女の柔肌を傷つけるとか。すまねえ。自首してくる。
Hey, don't do that. I feel fine, really. If I leave it alone, it'll go back to normal. I'm not so weak that I collapse from a simple flick to the forehead. Actually, I think the surprise made me feel a little better. I frantically tried to convince Mineo not to overreact.
そうは言っても。あ、そうだ。こういう時はあれだ。
Huh? Mineo brushed aside my bangs and then brought his face close to my forehead.
痛いの。飛んでけ。
What? Oh my god, he made a kiss sound actually. That's very rare in the game. I think only him and Takeru make like kiss sounds, but I didn't hear it from Shirashi and Yanagi. What had happened? Unless I was imagining, I'd felt Mineo's lips on my forehead. Don't tell me he... But I don't think I imagined it. How had we gone from that conversation to this? Why was he kissing my forehead? Wait, just calm down, stay calm. It's not working.
どうだ？痛くなくなったか？
His breeze softly brushed my cheek. I was frozen, stock still, and Mineo backed away from me. This isn't the time for that. That was,
何怒ってんだよ。昔、おでこぶつけた妹に普通の痛いの飛んでけってやつをやっても泣き止まなくてさ。こうしたら泣き止んだんだ。おまじないっつうか、意外と効くだろ。
I'm happy for your concern, but he almost gave me a heart attack. He's usually so shy, but then he does things like this. Maybe I remind him of his sister.
お前、顔まで赤くなってるぞ。俺そんな変なことしたか？
He stared at my face, which made it even worse. Mineo,
見ちゃった。
That's Shirashi. Yeah, it is. It must be him.
Huh?
Just then, I heard a voice from behind me. I wanted to run away, but I obviously couldn't do that. I slowly turned around and saw exactly the person I suspected standing there grinning. No, what the fuck? Mirai, please hit me. How I can... Oh my god. How I can think that is Shirachi. Oh my god. Please someone just kill me right now. It's Okazaki. Well... He looks so good there. Oh my god.
ほんと相変わらず神出鬼没だな。いろいろ通り越してもう驚かねえよ。
それは悲しいな。せっかくなら驚いてほしいんだけど。
やっぱわざとやってんのか。こいつのことストーカーでもしてんじゃねえだろうな。
ひどいな。本当に偶然だよ。君たちに会えるなんて思ってなかったし、俺も驚いたんだから。久しぶりだね、いちかちゃん。元気そうでよかった。
Hi Okazaki, I'm glad to see you too.
一応聞いてやる。お前、なんでこんなとこにいんだよ。
今日は久々の休暇でね。この近くのお店に用があって、たまたま君たちの後ろを歩いてたんだ。いきなりミネオくんが彼女を引き寄せたから、うわ、こんな目立つところでキスしちゃうんだってドキドキしながら見守ってたんだけど。
That's creepy.
邪魔したら悪いかなって思ったから声かけずに落ち着くまで待ってたんだよ。
I had a number of objections to what Okazaki had just said. Yeah, you know, when I heard him the first time, I was thinking that is Shirashi. I don't know why, but yeah. Then we saw him and I was, oh my god, it's embarrassing. It's Okazaki. How can I say it? Okazaki is just the better looking Luke in my opinion. They should make a Luke like this in Tears of Temis. Then I would probably love him. No, that wasn't.
わかってるよ。なんだおでこなのかって俺もちょっと肩透かし食らった気分だったし。
Wait, you actually think that Luke looks better than Okazaki? Think about it a moment. I think Okazaki looks a lot better than Luke. But, I mean, I have a different taste, so...
でも今度は唇にキスしようとしてたよね。人間って成長するんだな。
Poor Mineo. That's so embarrassing for him. It's not like that.
そうだ。さっきはこいつの顔が赤いなって覗き込んだだけでキスしようとしてたわけじゃない。
Yeah, that might be true. Luke looks so cute and innocent. Yeah, that is actually true. But think about it. Did you really want a guy that is just cute and innocent? Or you want a guy that is like more a man?
キスしたくなかったの？あんな近くで見つめ合ったらキスしたくなっちゃうけどな。ならないんだ。
This conversation.
キスしたくねえとは言ってねえだろ。したいかしたくねえかで言ったらしたいに決まってんだろうが。
Mineo, you don't have to yell.
はあ岡崎、てめえ、測ったな
相変わらず仲良さそうで安心したよ。これからも応援してるから頑張ってね。
お前に応援される義理はねえよ。だいたいお前はな、いっつもタイミングが悪い。こいつにちょっかいかけんな。それから
ごめんねミネオくん。せっかく会えたのに残念だけど、俺そろそろ行かなきゃ。じゃあいちかちゃんも結局邪魔しちゃってごめんね。バイバイ。
Oh, bye. Okazaki waved, then swiftly ran off. I was left with Mineo, who stood there with his fists clenched but nowhere to direct them.
まだ朝だってのにこの疲労感。これも全部岡崎のせいだ。
He's like a storm. I didn't expect to run into him here. He had been similar quick to appear and disappear during the X-Day case. Well, I need to go now too. Good luck at work.
ああ、お前もな。タイミングあったら一緒に帰ろうぜ。
Okay. I nodded, then walked to the locker room in high spirit. Mineo made me feel so much better this morning. I'm glad to have him by my side. Unlike yesterday, I felt like I had some mental breathing room today. I felt like I was more aware of my surroundings today. Good work. People say you should have something sweet when you're tired, so here you go.
あ、チョコだ。ありがとうございます。
I watched the rookie smiling, then I noticed that I was being watched.
どうやらいつもの調子を取り戻したみたいだな。
I'm sorry for making you worry yesterday.
気にしなくていい。むしろ昨日はお前だけでものすごい量さばいてくれたからな。助かった反面、精神的にやられてないか心配だった。俺こそフォローが遅れてすまんな。
You're too kind, Moshida. His kindness was heartwarming. I knew that I wasn't the only one struggling. Everyone in SRCPO was probably tired. I hope there's been some progress in that assault case. Apparently, the classmates that Somea said had been bullying her were innocent.
あ、俺もそれ聞きました。アリバイがあったんですよね。
Yeah, but they did verify that Kurahashi, the prime bullying suspect, had posted the victim's name on an Adonis supporter site. Since the X-Day killings, the number of online posts regarding Adonis had continued to increase. There were bulletin boards where people posted the names of people they wanted judged, and Yuka Someya's name had shown up.
動機があったとしても、アリバイがあるんじゃどうしようもないですもんね。でも、そうなるとやっぱり見知らぬ模倣犯か。それこそ本当にアドニスの仕業ってこともありえるんですかね。
We don't know that, but one potential suspect has now been ruled out. That brings them one lead closer to catching the real perp.
星野の言う通りだ。速さも必要だが、警察に間違いは許されないからな。
Moshida nodded deeply in agreement. There couldn't be more mistaken arrests like the ones in Tomoki Ogata's and Ishiki's cases. People's lives had been ruined because of lapses in judgment by the police. When I finished work and left SRCPO, I noticed that Mineo had texted me. I'm off work already. I wait until you're done. I just finished too. Let's meet at the entrance. Wow, the smiley. The short exchange of messages lifted my spirits and almost erased today's fatigue. With a spring in my step, I walked to the locker room.
ああ、ジョーちゃん、ちょうどよかった。
Satake, what's going on?
榎本見なかったか。まだ帰ってねえと思うんだが。
If you're looking for Mineo, he just texted me. He said that he already left work.
ああ、タイミング悪いな、そりゃ。
What happened? Is there a new crime scene?
いや、それが。
佐竹さん、こんなとこにいた。電話折り返してんのに繋がんねえし。
何言ってやがる。鬼電したのはこっちだ。
あれ、お前までどうした？
Oh, I just ran into Satake. He said that he was looking for you.
彼女とウキウキ退勤の予定が悪いな、榎本。残業という名のご褒美をやろう。
佐竹さん、警察官に休みはないつもりっすけど、俺だって人間なんですよ。
つうのは冗談で、これは断ってもいいやつだ。染谷由香がまたお前をご指名だぞ。どうする？
Oh, Mineo looked pensive. I cut into me. That's the victim in the assault, right?
ああ、話し相手になってほしいって言われてさ、このところ顔出してるんだ。
She must have been through a lot of psychological trauma and probably sees you as a protector since you saved her. You should go to talk to her, Mineo. She's waiting for you.
わかった。ごめんな。
Please don't apologize. It's your duty to protect Someya.
そうだな。佐竹さん、行きましょう。
ああ。
I watched the two depart, then only Mineo would also take the time to talk to the victims in between his field operation duty. To Someya, Mineo must feel like a safety blanket since he found. I'm glad there aren't any new victims, but it's concerning that they haven't caught the attacker. Even if she had healed from her wound, she'd probably find it difficult to go outside again. The attacker had robbed her of her freedom. If only there were some leads on the suspect. SR CPO had been doing its part to gather information, but we hadn't come across anything of note. The police interviewed people who lived near the phone booth, but nobody saw anyone suspicious. A lot more people are outside at night now, compared to when the X-Day killings were going on. Despite that, the suspect fled without leaving any evidence. How did they manage that? My job wasn't investigation, but organizing the information in my head would still make it easier to respond if it came to that. I can't interfere of Mineo's work, and there's only so much I can come up with on my own. I wanted to ask Yanagi for advice, but I couldn't tell him about an ongoing investigation. I can still ask him to gather information.
で、柳さんを頼ってここに来たと。さすがバカは考えが安直だな。
It's good to see you too, Sadazuka. While we had been pursuing the X-Day cases, this had been a front for a private investigator's office. But now Yanagi was practicing as a real private detective working out of this office. Still, I didn't expect Sadazuka to be here too. Sasasuka appeared to be here to trade information with Yana. When I arrived, he cleared away the documents that had been spread out on the tables, so I didn't know what they were about. Doesn't consulting a civilian without authorization go against police regulation?
バカ。善意の情報提供に違反もクソもあるか。
I thought I'd get him back for calling me stupid as soon as we met, but he easily turned that back on me too.
つかお前が人のことあれこれ言える立場か。バカ猫。数ヶ月前の自分の状況も忘れたか。どんだけ一般人を頼ったわけ。で、懲りずに意見聞きに来たんだろ。大方おとといの傷害事件。
Sasasuka agreed but definitely seemed to have survived his work as police head. I slowly backed away from him when I heard a chuckle from behind.
笹塚、そう星野を萎縮させるな。安易に頼ろうとするタイプじゃないし、星野なりに考えてここに来たんだろう。
Yanagi hasn't changed either. That was a relief. I decided to get down to business. Of course, I'm not here to ask you for help with my work. I just wanted a little help organizing myself. Would you mind giving me your opinion on something, Yanagi?
情報料5万な。
Oof. What?
安心しろ。金は取らない。というより、取れるだけの情報を俺も得てないんだ。
つうのは柳さんお得意の謙遜。窓際のお前よりかは詳細知ってるぞ。
Oof. Unfortunately, Sasasuka was probably right. It frustrated me that I couldn't deny.
謙遜じゃないんだがな。今回は笹塚の方が詳しいんじゃないか。
俺の担当じゃねえから興味ねえ。ま、どうせ大した犯人じゃないしな。目立ちたがり屋のバカ。
And that's based on...
染谷由香を襲うことはあらかじめマスコミに予告されてた。実際にマスコミが食いついたのは事件が起きてからだけど。
The news has been talking about Adonis' return non-stop for days.
マスコミに予告していたのは何らかの意図があってのことだろう。
世間の注目を集める以外に考えられるのはセオリーだと他の大きな事件の目くらましだな。だが新たな事件は起こってねえし、どう考えても騒ぎになることを狙っての犯行だ。
A reason why they wanted lots of people to know about the attack. As always, I was impressed at the speed at which these two traded and refined the end. It was nostalgic.
だが、アドニスの仕業とはまず考えられない。名乗った以外に共通点が一つもないからな。
Well, if you're still watching me, Ray, I just saw the Discord message now, so I answered, you know.
模倣犯とも言われているが、それにしては似せ方も甘い。アドニスに浸水しているなら、もう少しやり口を似せてくるだろう。そして、アドニスほどの規模ならともかく、一般人が事件を起こせば何かしら足がつく。犯人が
本庁も動向は見てるしな。今日明日には解決すんだろ。
I see. Maybe I was worrying too much.
別に特別な山じゃねえ。お前も警察官ならそこんとこ割り切れ。
Yeah, I have a different job.
分かってんならいい。あんま別のことにかまけてっと、あのバカがいじけるんじゃねえの？
ああ、もうすぐ良いナスの日だしな。
Eggplant day? I cocked my head at the unfamiliar term, and Yanagi pointed to the calendar.
4月17日のことだ。
Oh, that's right, Mineo's birthday.
ナスが好きだった徳川家康の命日だか？あいつは天下を治められるほど器でっかくねえけどな。
Don't make fun of Mineo.
無理。あいつ生まれつきのバカだから。他に比べるやつがいない純国産バカ。
That's so many insults in one. Mineo is a loving and charming person. He can befriend anyone, and he's the kindest person I know.
美化しすぎ、現実を見ろ。
I am.
星野、落ち着け。
Sorry. I'd been triggered by Sasasuka's provocation. I wasn't here to argue with him.
笹塚も久々に会えて嬉しいからってあまりからかいすぎるな。
はあ？
Sasasuka looked Genjul irritated now as Yanagi chuckled and tried to calm him down. It was time to change the subject. Right, so it's almost Mineo's birthday. I should get ready for that. What do you think a man would like for this birthday? I'm open to suggestions.
バカが欲しがるもんなんて決まってんだろ。おま。
好きなやつが自分のことを考えて用意してくれたものなら何だって嬉しいと思うぞ。
Yanagi cut Sasasuka off mid-sentence as he answered my question. No specifics then? I did agree that it probably depended on the person. I think about it some more than... Well, I'm sorry for troubling you about the case, but thanks so much for your help.
一般論を話しただけだ。何もしていない。また今度、榎本も一緒に遊びに来てくれ。
Yeah. I both then left Yanagi's detective office. That helped a lot. I feel more clear-headed now. Now that Yanagi and Sasasuka were confident that the case would be solved soon, my feelings of anxiety disappeared. My heart felt a little lighter, but then shifted to worrying about something else. What would Mineo want? I shuffled through my thoughts. There were hints everywhere. If I had to pick... It was a book. Mineo's favorite book was This book. Mineo's favorite book was 100 Heart-Jerking Love Confessions. I'd since looked into it and discovered that there were a number of books in the Heart-Jerking series. Here you go, the newest Heart-Jerking book.
最新刊つうと胸キュンリア充万歳か。悪い、もうそれ持ってんだ。発売日に自分で買っちゃってさ。
That could definitely happen. I could just ask him if he already has it, but it would be too suspicious. I wouldn't have any excuses for my sudden interest. I also felt that he wouldn't be nearly as surprised about a book he already knew. I should think of something else. Mineo never took off his signature item. I didn't know if it was part of some fashion trend, but I looked around and found some that might look good on. I found this eye patch online and thought it would look nice on you. Here you go.
おお、 俺に似合いそうなのってどんなだ？
Oh,
お前が選んでくれたんだから、そりゃもうすっげーのだよな。変形したりハイテクなシステムついてたり、あ、まさかのシースルーとか。
Mineo would probably be very excited to get an iPad, but I doubted that my choice would live up to his expectations. The iPad abyss runs deep. What should I get him? This is hard. In fact, every idea I had was too vague. I want to get him something normal that he would also like. On our first Christmas, after we started dating, Mineo had gotten me a hairpin shaped like a clover. We had been very busy with the X-Day cases, but he'd still taken the time to pick it out for me. I was so happy. It still won my most precious treasure. In return, I had given him a scarf. Mineo had been happy, but a part of me had felt like the gift had fallen short. I'd been considering what to get Mineo for months, so that I wouldn't disappoint him. It's the birthday of someone precious to me. I need to choose carefully. I wanted Mineo to be happy. I decided to spend a few more days thinking of what to get him for his birthday. When I entered the hospital room, the first thing I saw was a magazine on a stand near Somia's pillow.
私のこと雑誌に載ったりニュースにもなってますよね。
この雑誌どうしたんですか？
Oh yeah, enjoy and see ya. Enjoy Mario's story. It's nice. It feels a bit long, but it's very nice. It will get very nice. So see you and thank you for joining.
付き添いの刑事さんに頼んで買ってきてもらったんです。自分のことだし興味があって。
そうですか。こんなに騒ぎが大きくなると不安ですよね。
はい。犯人について何か分かりましたか？
すみません。刑事課の連中も頑張って情報を集めてるんですが。
犯行予告ではアドニスって名乗ったんですよね。なら犯人はアドニスじゃないんですか？
公にはされてないんですけど、アドニスの犯行かそうじゃないか警察にはわかるんですよ。
予告の方法が特殊とかそういうことですか？
すみません。さすがに内容については教えられないんです。
でも私は被害者だし知る権利があると思うんですけど。
重要機密なので、今言えるのはアドニスが関与してる可能性は低いということぐらいです。
Somea had seemed more spirited than usual, but now she seemed depressed. Something was wrong, and I felt the suspicion swirling around inside.
でも世間はアドニスの仕業だって騒いでますよね。警察が否定しても信じてもらえないんじゃないですか？
It was a strange question.
犯人が捕まれば否定できますよ。
冤罪って可能性もありますよね。
それだけはないよ。徹底した裏付けを進めます。 染谷さん、もしかしてクラスの子にアドニスに裁かれればいいって言われたこと気にしてるんですか？犯人がアドニスだったらいいって思ってしまう気持ちはわかります。友達とか知り合いが犯人の方が嫌でしょ？全く面識のない通り魔だとしても、それはそれで理不尽だって感じるし、友達を疑ったり見知らぬ存在に怯えるくらいならアドニスの方がマシってなるのは不思議じゃないと思いますよ。
それはそうですね。
Each time she spoke, my thoughts felt clearer. I felt like I had latched into some.
うまく言えないんですけど、それって俺にも覚えがあるんですよね。俺も少し前、世間からアドニスの裁きを受けるべき悪だと言われていて。
あ、それってアドニスの尾形を殴った動画が流れた時ですよね。
はい、知ってたんですね。
助けてもらった時、少し見覚えある気がして、名前と役職を聞いて思い出したんです。
あの時は見ず知らずの人もみんな自分を非難してるように見えました。部活に外も出歩けなかったし、こんなことならいっそのこと、俺もアドニスに裁かれてしまえば許されるんじゃないかって思ったりもしたんですよ。今思えば、なんてバカなこと考えてんだって自分を殴りたくなるくらいなんですけど。それくらい追い詰められてたんです。すみません、急にこんな話して。
いえ、その気持ちわかります。いつ誰に何をされるかわからないから怖いんですよね。罰を受けて全部リセットできるなら、その方がすっきりするんじゃないかな。
そういえば明日退院するって聞きました。傷も残らないみたいでよかったです。
I reach for the magazine next to the bed and flip to the page. Adonis returns, a text by Adonis worshippers and opinion. Adonis. Everyone was being made to dance to the tune of that one little word.
雑誌やテレビは面白おかしく書き立ててますけど、真犯人は必ず警察が見つけますから。もう少しだけ待ってもらえませんか。
はい。
そろそろ失礼しますね。お大事に。
After I left the hospital and started walking back to the police station, I stopped in my tracks. It was that same feeling. I felt a quiet chill and it made me shiver.
確証はね。でも、もしこの考えが合ってるなら、何かしら証拠が残ってるはずだ。
That said, if I just went and blurted my hunch out to the detectives, it could confuse the investigation. Worse, there was a small chance that someone could be fatally shot.
そもそも俺の管轄じゃねえしな。
I walked, then paused. I kept walking, then paused again. This happened over and over.
No.
Somehow, I ended up at Yanagi's detective office.
まあ、ここまで来て顔を出さずに帰るってのも他人行儀な気がするし。柳先輩も俺に会いたがってるかもしれねえ。うん、きっとそうだな。
The stairs seemed to beckon to me. I followed them up to the office and knocked on the door.
柳先輩、顔見せ。
榎本か。相変わらず元気だな。
バカ猫が帰ったと思ったら、今度は元祖バカのお出ましかよ。
たける！なんだ、お前もいたのか。
いたら悪いのか。
そんなことねえって。ああ、この感じ落ち着く。
I plopped down on the sofa and looked at the room. I'd moved out only a short time ago, but it already felt nostalgic.
古巣に帰ってきたって感じがするぜ。
榎本。
はい、なんすか？
いや、茶でも飲むかと聞こうとしただけなんだが。
ああ、 はい、いただきます。
そうか、ちょっと待っててくれ。
I stared at Yanagi as he boiled water and brewed tea.
仕事がうまくいってないのか？
なんすか突然。俺何も言ってないですよ。
普段聞いてもねえのにペラペラ喋るお前がおとなしいとか変だろ。
そんなこと。
Yanagi sat across from me and I set a cup of plain hot water in front of me.
何もないならいい。だが、もし何か困ったことがあるなら話してみろ。知らない仲じゃないんだ。少しは力になれるかもしれない。
柳先輩！
The man I respected seemed to be surrounded by a halo of generous kindness. It made me want to spill everything I'd been thinking about.
今ある事件に関わってて、証拠があるわけじゃないんですけど、気になってることがあるんです。それで行動を起こすべきか迷ってて、こういう時、柳先輩ならどうしますか？
そうすることでしか真実に近づけないとしたら、それは必要なことなんだろう。ただ、組織に属している以上、身勝手な振る舞いは許されない。
そうですよね。
Just as I thought that I'd have to give up, Yanagi faced me squarely.
それでも、事件解決のためにやるべきだとお前が判断したのなら、筋を通せ。着眼点は人それぞれ違うからな。何が糸口になるかはわからない。捜査を混乱させるか、進展のきっかけになるか、結果は後からついてくるものだ。俺が言えるのはここまでだ。あとは自分で決めろ。まあお前のことだ。もう答えは出ているんじゃないか。
Oh, tell me, who's your favorite fox today? If it's not me, I will be upset.
はい、踏ん切りがつきました。
But to be honest, Ash, there are a lot of nice foxes around that I also know. So other V-type foxes. And they are also nice, so it's okay if you have a other favorite fox, you know? Actually, I will be not upset. I respect it.
バカは単純でいいな。
あ、お前な、これでも俺は悩んで。
Wait, now you need to explain yourself, Ash. Why does this make me your favorite? I don't understand. So, please explain.
ま、少しは成長してて安心した。
タケルが俺の成長を喜んで安心。
Oh my god, the reaction.
お前がいつまでも破滅的バカのままなら縁切るかって考えてたし。
そこまで
Oh yeah, I mean, that's fine, but why? I mean, is there a reason that you like Germans? I mean, I know why, kind of, because you told that you watch the news in German and stuff like it, but there must be a reason for it, right?
脱置物ニートしたとこ見せてみろよ。
置物ニートとか言うなバカ。今に見てろよ。
Okay, see ya then, Ash. As I snapped that retort, I realized that the weight on my chest had lifted. Once again, I was reminded of... Hello, Zero Sky. Yeah, true. Once again, I was reminded of how important my friends and this place were to me. Hype wave, yeah, hype wave back. How are you, Zero? I tried searching for birthday presents that a man would like on my computer, but nothing seemed like a fitting gift for Mineo. Gonna look for a bit while I brush my teeth. Okay. Take care. Neckties and watches don't really fit Mineo's style. I'm good, just woke up at like 7 in the evening. What, you just woke up? So late? Okay, maybe you have night shift then, right? Oh, I'm fine, thank you. They were boss useful gifts, and I was sure he'd be happy with them.
なんだよ、また難しい顔して。今朝吹っ切れたんじゃなかったのか？
Oh, this is different. It isn't about work. I'm trying to figure out what to get Mineo for his birthday. Figuring that, I might as well ask Kazuki for advice. I went over several options with him.
いや、さすがに眼帯はねえよ。
I know that, so knowing Mineo, he'd probably jump for joy. I know he's also likes meat, pudding, history, generals from the Sengoku period. Oh yeah, a history book. I suppose I do now. I just woke up late since I have a meeting early in the morning, but my sleep schedule is messed up. So okay. Okay. I mean, why not? If you don't feel like that you get sick from it, it's fine. Oh, but a book would probably overlap with his collection. He likes a lot of different things. It's so hard to pick a gift.
ミネオさんが一番好きなものが抜けてる。
What do you say?
なんも。つうか、そんなことで悩むとか。中学生じゃねえんだから、しっかりしろよ。
I just can't think of it right now. I'm sure I'll figure out by his birth. I was hoping at least one person would approve of my suggestions, but Kazuki signed in exasperation.
ミネオさんから告白された時もちんたらやってたし、全然なんとかできる気がしない。
Wow, Katsuki. I hung my head at the painful criticism, but I don't want to give in.
わかった。そこまで言うなら協力してやる。
Wait, really?
姉ちゃんのためじゃなくて、ミネオさんのためだから。
Okay.
俺が飯食いたがってるとか言って、ミネオさんと話せるようにセッティングしといて。
With that, Kazuki returned to his room, ending the conversation. We were already talking about going on a date the day after tomorrow. I hope Mineo's doing alright at work. If I can make the date happen, then Kazuki can show up for dinner. Okay, I think this will work. I had my precious brother to thank for this ray of hope. I'm glad I have such a caring little brother. Oh, a text from Mineo. Sorry, I don't think I can go to. He must be busy. Mineo had said he was visiting Somea, but field operations only got involved in the early stages of an investigation. Then detectives handled the rest. I didn't think he was directly involved in the investigation. Can you go to work earlier tomorrow? Meet me at the shooting range. The shooting range? I cocked my head quizzically at the message, which had not further explanation. Then I replied, okay, I come early. I don't know what's going on, but I can just ask him tomorrow. With that last thought, I closed the messaging app. I decided to go to bed early, so that I'd be full of energy tomorrow. Nice, the sentence there. The first step is always the hardest. True. As soon as I entered the shooting range, I spotted Mineo in a shooting stance, pistol in hand. From the side, he looked frigidly serious. I was hesitant to call out to him, so I quietly walked a little close. Mineo didn't waver at all as he aimed the pistol. He simply sighted in the target and squeezed the trigger. Even when his shot struck the target accurately, his expression didn't change. His gaze was utterly disinterested. I don't typically get a chance to see him this way. He's like a totally different person. He tried to quiet my breathing so I wouldn't interrupt him.
お、なんだ、もう来てたのか。そんなとこにいないでこっち来いよ。
Mineo beckoned for me to join him. He was his usual self again. It's the first time I've seen you holding a gun since you got reinstated.
ああ、 ま、銃刀法が復活した今じゃ警察官でさえ握る機会は少ないからな。せっかく秩序が戻ったんだ。出番が少ないに越したことはない。けど
He raised the pistol again and took up a stand.
銃刀法が復活して一般市民は銃を持てなくなった。本来のあるべき姿に戻っただけなんだろうけどさ。俺は前よりも警察だけに許される銃の重みが強くなったように感じたんだ。
I know how you feel. There's still weapons that can hurt people. Someone who carries one needs to be prepared to use it.
ああ、今俺たちは一般市民を守るために銃を持たされてる。俺さ、こうして銃を構えてると小林花子を撃とうとした時のことを思い出すんだ。あの時は心が弱かったからただの暴力として銃を使おうとした。
But you stopped yourself.
お前の言葉があったからな。けど警察として復帰した以上あんな使い方は許されない。憎しみで引き金を引くんじゃなくて精密な射撃で誰かを救う。俺はもう間違えたくないんだ。その時がいつ来るかわからないから時間を見つけては訓練してるんだけどさ。せっかくだしお前にフォーム見てほしくて。
Once I had a smiler conversation with the I had been practicing for the same reasons, but lately I'd been watching over a rookie, so there hadn't been as much time. He doesn't want to make a mistake. Mineo, I know that you won't give up even when you get hurt or fail.
俺だけじゃない。お前もだろ。諦めるのは簡単でいつでもできるけどお前はずっと頑張ってる。この前あんなに落ち込んでたのもさ今以上を求めてるからだろ。命がけで守るやり方もあれば話を聞いたり励ましたりすることで誰かを救うことだって十分にできる。お前だって人を守れる立場にいるんだ。その方法が俺とは違うだけで根っこの部分は一緒だろ。
Yeah. Were they calculated words or words that came straight from the heart? Mineo's words carried a strange power. Words used in the wrong way could become weapons, but used in the right way they could save people. Boss, Mineo and I were searching for the right way to use those words.
頭すっきりした。思ったより腕は鈍ってねえな。
You were very accurate and your form was great. You said you only train when you have time, but I bet you've been practicing a lot.
バレたか。でもまだまだお前にはかなわないと思うぜ。
And I do my best to keep it that way.
もうこんな時間か。悪い。呼び出しといてあれだけどさ。本当の用事はここじゃないんだ。お前の上司、持田さんにも話は通してあるから、俺と一緒に来てくれ。
Okay. Without much in the way of explanation, Mineo set off and I followed. We eventually arrived at Mineo's department, Field Operations Unit 2. Mineo opened the door to the office.
ああ、星野さん、お待ちしてましたよ。
Commissioner Minigishi? I was unable to hide my surprise to see that Minigishi had come all the way from headquarters.
お嬢ちゃん、そう固くなることはない。こっちに来て。
Okay.
お元気そうで何よりです。年末以来でしょうか。
Yes, sir. Thank you for all your help.
それはこちらのセリフです。あなたの協力あってこそアドニスを追い詰めることができたのですから。まあアドニス残党の行方や未解決の X デー事件について引き続き調査中ではありますが。
That's right. It still isn't completely over.
ジョーちゃん、そう暗くなるなって。本庁とは前以上に密に連携してるんだ。奴らの好きにはさせねえよ。
But Commissioner, you must be busy. Are you here today on Adonis business too? Given the assault that took place just days ago, I could only assume that he was here because Adonis' name had come up.
いえ、たまたま通りかかりまして。
Oh, really?
ええ、こちらの方面に用事があったので、例の傷害事件の収束を見届けようかとも思っていたのですが。
Wrapping up, did they catch the suspect?
事前情報から有力な人物は上がっていました。ただ、どう追い詰めるかを話し合っていたところ、榎本君から貴重な意見をいただいたんです。
I hadn't expected Mineo's name to come up and turned to him.
ああ、榎本君、刑事課の方々は納得してくれましたよ。
本当ですか？すみません。俺が言ってもまともに聞いてくんねえし。
まあ、あいつらも自分の山に横槍を入れられたくはねえだろうからな。
こればかりは致し方ありませんね。
Detectives butting in? What are they talking about? I felt left out of the conversation. Mineo noticed me standing there idly and cleared his throat.
星野巡査。この度は急な応援要請に応じていただき、いや、感謝か？
榎本君、私の前だからといって形式ばった話し方をする必要はありませんよ。
ありがとうございます。助かります。
Enomoto bowed slightly to Minegishi. Then he turned back to me.
お前に来てもらったのは、傷害事件の被疑者確保に協力してもらいたかったからなんだ。
Oh, wait. Isn't that investigation's job? Is there some reason that I have to be the one to do it?
さすがはお嬢ちゃん。察しがいいな。
確かにこの件の担当は刑事課ですし、特防はおろか、本来なら機捜もここまで介入することはありません。ただ、今回のケースは特殊なんです。
ここ数日、榎本が被害者から話を聞いてたことは、お嬢ちゃんも知ってるよな。
Yes, she asked for him yesterday too.
彼女の話を聞いていくうちに犯人の目星をつけることができたんだ。刑事課の連中。
You must have gained some good intel.
まあそうだな。刑事課に確認してみたら状況証拠からも間違いないって話だ。
So, it's basically solved already. Why haven't you arrested the suspect yet?
今は逮捕できない。物的証拠が足りないんだ。つまりだな、犯人は
I listened to his plan to catch the suspect and I found it slightly unbelievable. Do you really think that would be enough to move some?
俺も榎本から相談された時はややこしい話だと思ったもんだ。お嬢ちゃんが戸惑うのも無理ないさ。
It does make sense, though.
ただ犯行手口に不明な点もあります。染谷さんの退院を待って本格的な聴取を開始する予定でしたが、刑事課は現在の手札だけでも十分だと自白を促すために息巻いています。
だがそれじゃ無駄に時間がかかる。証拠が足りねえのに追い詰めたら黙秘される可能性が高い。
ええ、冤罪や誤認逮捕を避けるためにも完璧な裏付けを取る必要があります。まあそのためにも簡単に言うと泳がせる方法に出たいわけです。
To give us a chance to collect more evidence.
ああ、だからこそ染谷さんが退院するこのタイミングで仕掛ける意味がある。ここで重要なのは犯人に尻尾を出させて自白させるまで一気にやる必要があることだ。
Minegishi nodded in agreement as Mineo emphasized the points of his plan.
ええ、ですから星野さんには退院する染谷さんが自宅に帰るまで付き添っていただきたいのです。
Me?
ただ犯人を取り押さえるだけならば刑事課の人間で事足りるんですかね。榎本君の話を聞く限り事務的なやり方では傷が残る可能性が高いと踏みました。
I'm back from the store. It took me longer than I thought, or because my truck didn't want. Oh, it didn't want to start. Don't sounds good. I mean, but now it's alright, right?
どんな時でも困ってる人に寄り添う。弱者の不安を取り除く努力をする。今必要なのは何が何でも犯罪者を捕まえようとする警察官じゃなくて染谷さんに寄り添える警察官だ。お前じゃなきゃダメなんだよ。
I felt like everything I had been working toward was being tested.
もちろん俺たちや刑事課もつくから安心しろ。
The truck is from the 70s, so it has problems from time to time. Oh, okay, so you're used to it, I think.
最初は渋っていましたが、あちらも山ほど事件を抱えていますからね。比較的問題の浅いこの件は機捜に譲ると言ってくれましたよ。
ま、あいつらにとっちゃ簡単な事件なのかもしんないけどさ、いちいち嫌味なんだよな。雑務処理してくれんなら助かる。しかし機捜も偉くなったもんだな、とか。
まあまあ。ですが、榎本くんの言う通り、一言で片付けていい事件ではありませんね。警察の怠慢が招いた X デー事件。アドニスが残した傷跡とも呼べる事件かもしれませんから。
Judging from the way Mineo sighed heavily, the discussion must have been stressful. Minegishi even went out of his way to intervene, so this is no ordinary case. Still, if he didn't catch the perpetrator, then it was all for nothing. Mineo had come up with this plan because he thought it was necessary. If I could be of use, then of course I was more than willing to help. So it seems like you like the cars from the 70s then.
あとはお嬢ちゃんの返事次第だ。榎本たっての希望だが、引き受けてくれるか。
Mineo trusted me. I wanted to live up to that. Yes, please tell me what I can do to help. I answered firmly, and Mineo's expression softened.
変に身構えなくていい。いつも通りでいいんだ。
我々の意図が露見すれば、この作戦は無意味になりますから。
I do my best. That was how Ishika Hoshino of SRCPO joined the operation. Hello, I'm Officer Ishika Hoshino with the Shinjuku branch of the Special Regions Crime Prevention Office. I'll be your escort today, Miss Someya. I bowed. It was the first time I met Yuka Someya. We were in her hospital room.
地域課の人なんですか?
Yes, investigations has been making an effort to provide more support to victims. Officer Enomoto thought that you would be more comfortable being accompanied by a female police officer.
ああ、それで。
Someya looked me over, then nodded in acceptance.
確かに星野さんも榎本さんと同じで話しやすそうですね。
Oh wow, you also work on it that they run. So all the stuff. That's impressive. A big part of my job is community engagement actually. Feel free to let me know if you have any concerns.
わかりました。それじゃあもう退院の手続きは済ませてるんで行きましょうか。
We left the hospital staying mindful of our surroundings. There's a car waiting for us out front to take you home.
すぐ帰らなきゃダメなんですか?
The press is waiting outside, so it would be best if you stayed. They're also gathered outside your home as well, but if there's anywhere you'd like to go, I accompany you.
じゃあ
car stopped at a store near Shinjuku Station, so Mia quickly jumped out of the car. Wait! I hurried after her, my head on a swivel. It's very crowded here. If there's anything you want to buy, tell me and I'll get it for you.
普通にちょっと買い物するだけなんで、付き添ってもらわなくても平気です。
I'm sorry, but I can't let you go alone. Your safety is my number one priority.
ずっと病院にいてストレス溜まってるんです。買い物くらい好きにさせてもらえません？
I understand how you feel, but we need you to be a bit more patient. There are other officers and detectives protecting you, not just me. But in a place as crowded as this, they'll have trouble keeping up.
いつまで？犯人が捕まるまでこのままってわけじゃないですよね。
That's not up to me. But we can't let our guard down until we're sure that you're safe.
これじゃ監視されてるみたいで全然気分が休まらないです。私はもう公に裁かれたんですよ。もう何かしてくることもないと思います。アドニスだってそんな暇じゃないだろうし。
Maybe you're right, but maybe you aren't. There are still things we don't know about the criminal and your case. All I can tell you is that we won't let anything else happen to you. Even if your physical wounds are healed, the psychological ones will take longer to recover.
もういいです。好きにしてください。
Oh wow, your grandfather taught you. That's so nice from him. If you can make it now that the cars work and you can drive with it, it's totally nice. But it's probably expensive to fix them and make them that you can drive them, right? She seemed to have accepted my argument, or perhaps she realized that arguing further was futile. So Mia's shoulders slumped. At least she was willing to behave for this time being.
じゃあ今度はこれ持ってください。
Okay. As we browse the shops by the train station, I become Somia's bag carrier. She seems to be enjoying this. Are you going to buy more things?
いけません？
Of course, it's just getting hard to move with all these bags. Somia flitted from store to store, trying on different colorful outfits. Meanwhile, my hands were becoming increasingly filled with shopping bags. Do you normally buy this many clothes?
まさか毎回こんな散財できるほどお小遣いもらってないですよ。
So today is special?
今までは地味めだったんで、退院したらそういうの着てみたいなって思っただけです。
Ah, a style change. I think you know what you mean. I'm always about changing my hairstyle, clothes or accessoires. There are times when I suddenly want to reset my look and try something new.
そうですね。今までの殻を破りたいっていうか。
So you've picked a lot of really cute outfits. I'm a little jealous. I don't think I'd look good in them.
何それ？謙遜？
Oh, I like clothes too, but I just end up wearing the same thing all the time.
意外。星野さん、私とそう年変わらないでしょ？
Yes, but there's a big gap when you go from your teens to your 20s. It feels like this insurmountable wall.
壁って。星野さん、そんなことも言うんですね。
Oh, sorry, I just started rambling.
友達と話してるみたいで、この方が楽です。刑事課の人ってピリピリしてて、とてもじゃないけどこんな話できなくて。
Oh, you're back and have breakfast. Nice, enjoy your break. What do you mean with winning? What do you mean with winning is the question. Are you winning? What I'm winning? The boy or the husbando? I already did. But yeah, he has birthday and I still didn't get a present for him. So yeah. Does it feel like you're winning? At the moment, I'm just protecting this woman here. Yeah. And I was shopping with her and she bought a lot of stuff and now I'm talking with her. But yeah, this woman needs to be protected, so I protect her. I guess. I think that's a win for me. Because she's kind of cute, right? So, why not? I think I take them both then. I take her and I take the guy.
入院してる間、ずっと退屈だったんです。榎本さんも忙しいみたいだったし。星野さんの部署って暇なんですか?
Oh, unlike investigations and field operations, I don't usually get directly involved in cases.
ってことは、やっぱ暇なんですよね。はあ、もっと早く知ってたら話し相手になってもらったのに。榎本さんもでしたけど、星野さんはもっと警察っぽくないですよね。
Wow, I don't really know what to say to that.
いい意味で。ほら、上から見られると萎縮しちゃうし。星野さんは近所のお姉さんって感じで話しやすいんですよね。
Wow. A big sister? She seemed to mean it in a complimentary way. Then, as a warning from your big sister, I think we should get you home.
まだショップ全部回れてないじゃないですか。
You need to think about your own safety first. Once we catch the suspect, then you will be free to shop as much as you like. I'll carry all your things, so let's go home, okay?
嫌です。生まれ変わった気持ちになって我慢してたこと全部やろうって決めたんだから。
Holding yourself back is something else bothering you.
それは。
Suddenly, Somea gave me a stern glare.
なんでそんなこと言わなきゃいけないんですか?
Oh, I'm sorry for hurting your feelings. I apologize.
気に障るって何ですか? ひょっとして私、かわいそうな子だと思われてます?
No, I didn't.
そんなことありますよね。星野さんって、私とは全然違う。人目を気にしたこととかないでしょ? 人に後ろ指刺されたことも。そういう人には、絶対私の気持ちなんてわからない。
Somea turned away from me abruptly and ran off. Wait. I fought through the crowds, desperately trying to follow Somea. Miss Somea. Somehow I managed to break through and tracked her down a side street.
うざい。
I don't know anymore. Zero. They don't look so good.
やっと自由になれたのに、付きまとわないでよ。
Please calm down. Let's just go home, okay?
なんで指図される筋合いないんだけど。
I'm sorry, but you're very exposed right now. If something happens, I...
またそれ。だから大丈夫なんだってば。
Why do you think that, if I were in your position, I wouldn't go outside until my attacker was caught? He could be watching you right now. Aren't you scared?
怖い。なんで？だってもう 私には罰が下ってるでしょ。
That doesn't mean the criminal won't come after you a second time.
終わってるんだってば。別に死ななきゃいけないなんてルールがあるわけじゃないし。
Very few people survived the Adonis attack. Nearly every victim lost their lives.
はあ？じゃあ私も死ねばよかったの？そうじゃなきゃ許されないっていうの？私だって痛かった。でもこれを我慢したらもうあんな思いをしなくて済むって勇気出して。
And no one will blame you for anything ever again. That's what you're thinking, right?
そうよ。私は自分が犯した罪に見合うだけの罰を下した。もう十分でしょ。
そうだな。もう十分だ。
Um.
榎本さん。
Mineo appeared before us, walking slowly towards me.
アドニスは悪を裁く。確かにこれまで X デイ事件で裁かれた人間は過去に罪を犯してた。でもそれは人の一生を変えてしまうほど大きな悪だ。少なくともアドニスの悪の定義はそうだった。でも今回の犯人にとって重要だったのはそんな定義じゃない。悪はアドニスによって裁かれる。裁かれればその罪は許される。
Somea started trembling. Seeing her back away from Mineo, I moved to block her escape.
普通は裁かれたくないって思うところだけど、今回の犯人は違う。裁きを受ければ悪じゃなくなる。それが狙いだったんだろ、染谷さん。
さっきから何言ってるんですか？私は被害者ですよ。
いや、被害者じゃない。さっき自分が犯した罪に見合うだけの罰を下したって言ってただろ。あれは今回の件が自作自演だって自供したも同然だ。
違う、私じゃない。これはアドニスが。
アドニスに救いを求めても無駄だ。あんたがしたことは裁きとは名ばかりの自傷行為に過ぎないからな。
そんなことない。だって私は。
俺はあんたをかわいそうだとは思わねえ。今回の件で大勢の人が不安を煽られた。
Well, I was thinking that she might be part of the terror organization, but then I was thinking, no, she is like too silent and I don't know.
あんたがしたことは犯罪なんだよ。
ちょっと前まで榎本さんだって私側の人間だったのに。偉そうに説教しないでよ。
Somea Tree is shopping back at Mineo, then turned to me. I dropped the bags I was carrying and swept her leg. As soon as Somea lost her balance, I twisted her arm and pinned her to the ground. Let's go. Stop resisting. I held her down with all my might, but she was putting up a fierce struggle.
うるさい！私はやっと許されるはずだったのに。毎日存在ごと否定されて、死んだ方がいいって言われて。なんでダメなのよ。誰にも迷惑かけてないじゃない。黙って地獄に落ちればいいっていうの。
地獄に落ちればいいなんて言わない。でも、この国のルールじゃ、今のあんたは加害者なんだ。確かにあんたの言う通り、これくらいでって思うやつは多い。でもな、他人を物理的に傷つけてないから犯罪じゃないって思うのは、間違いだ。あんたが受けたいじめだってそうだろ。暴行してないからってやっていいことじゃない。誰かの心を傷つけた罪は、軽くない。
Our backup arrived and helped us restrain some. A strong-looking man took her arm and pulled her away from.
いた！やめてよ！おとなしくするから。
Realizing that she was outnumbered, she finally stopped struggling. Miss Somea. Before she had been enraged, but now she just looked pained.
本当なら今頃生まれ変わってるはずだったのに。何言われても星野さんのことなんか無視してればよかった。
星野相手にボロを出さなくてもあんたは捕まってたぜ。ナイフによる傷は自傷だと判断された。あんたの衣服からも周辺からも第三者の痕跡一つ残ってなかった。状況だけであんたの自作自演だって刑事連中は気づいてたんだよ。
Oh wow, she wounded herself. Wow.
じゃあどのみち逃げられなかったってこと？
そう簡単に騙せるほど警察は落ちぶれちゃいね。
Seeing that she didn't intend to resist arrest anymore, I spoke up. Why did you decide to pass judgment on yourself?
アドニスの崇拝サイトで自分の名前を見つけて怖くなったの。それまではクラスメートに怪我させたのもわざとじゃないし、謝ったのにいつまでも根に持つなんてって思ってたけど、自分が裁きの対象になったらどうしようっていても立ってもいられなくなった。要は罰を受ければいいわけでしょ。だったら自分でやっちゃった方が手っ取り早い。それなら加減できるし。
Mineo rubbed his temples and then he took a deep breath.
このバカ野郎！
Woo.
そんな簡単に自分を傷つけようとすんな！お前、女なんだぞ！もっと自分の体を大事にしなきゃダメだろ！自分で自分刺すなんて、加減できるとかそういう問題じゃねえよ！怖くて痛い思いしてまでこんなことして、全部解決した気になるな！
There was a brief silence after Mineo's outburst. He had raised his voice because he was trying to blame Somea. I think she understood that.
ごめんなさい。
The girl's face twisted, as if something had opened up inside her. Now she just looked like a regular high school teenager. Adonis had changed her destiny. Even now, the influence of Adonis can still be felt in unexpected ways like this. There were probably many other people who were using Adonis' name to decipher. Maybe something just like this was happening at this very moment somewhere else.
では、私はこれで。お二人とも。
We watched in silence as Somea was taken away. Mineo and I both tried to understand how she felt. Without trying that, we couldn't have made this happen. I glanced at Mineo. He met my eye.
終わったな。
Mineo, when did you realize that her wounds were self-inflicted?
最初に彼女を助けたとき、現場がやけに綺麗だったんだよな。何も読み取れねえっつうか、それがなんか引っかかってさ。
So you had doubts from the very beginning.
いや、疑念って呼べるほどのもんじゃねえよ。強いて言うなら勘みたいなもんでさ。奇想は犯罪が色濃く残った状態で現場に真っ先に足を踏み入れる。そこで見たもの、感じたものが事件解決の糸口になったりするんだ。藤井先輩もよく言ってたっけ。常日頃から周囲に目を配れ、些細な違和感も見過ごすなってな。
Mineo would never forget Fuji. He had been betrayed by someone he looked up to, then watched him die. Whenever Mineo spoke of him, he always looked somewhat sad. But now he didn't shy away, quoting Fuji without missing a beat.
被害者を減らすためには犯罪を未然に防ぐしかない。加害者が何を思って罪を犯すのかを知る。行動を起こす前に話を聞く機会を作る。奇想にはそれができる。だから俺は機動捜査隊に復職したんだ。
I knew you had your reasons for coming back to the police. That dude looks like angry D-Look. He looks a bit like D-Look, I think. But not totally. You've chosen to fight for the...
ああ、傷つく痛みも傷つけられる痛みも知った今だからこそできることがあると思った。特防は被害者や弱い立場の人の言葉に耳を傾けるのが仕事だけど、俺は違う。自作自演を疑った時からもう染谷由香を被害者として見てなかった。彼女の要望もあって一番近くで接してたのは俺だからな。話しながら動機を探ってた。退院したら自由を謳歌できると思ってる彼女にお前を張り付かせたらどうなるか。どういうお前はいつも区民の苦情を受け止めてるだけあって聞き上手だし、世間話っつうか警察とか関係なく普通の話すんじゃねえかなと思ったんだ。誘導尋問とかそういうのじゃなくて、ただその相手のことを知ろうとしてるだけだから裏がない。付き添いが任務ならそれだけを遂行する。今日を乗り切ったって明日も明後日もずっと張り付かれるんだ。お前みたいに裏がない人間に懐に入られるとどうしたって演じるのが難しくなってくる。いずれ何らかのあそこまで早いとは思わなかったけどな。彼女と話しながら俺はずっとそういうことを考えてた。
I answered Mineo's even-toned question. No, it would be nice to live in a world where everyone got along and we didn't have to suspect anyone. But we're police officers and the real world isn't that clean. I know that.
そうだな。疑って時には裏をかいて真実を暴く。善人には程遠いけどそれが俺たちの選んだ道だ。
As he said that, Mineo seemed very much like a police officer to me. Mineo, I think you look pretty cool right now.
え、そうか？てか、これまでかっこよくなかったのか？
Huh? No, that's not what I meant, but I guess before it was more that you were adorable.
男にとっちゃ可愛いってのは褒め言葉じゃないんだけどな。
Or I think that's what the guy wants to hear, that you call him adorable or cute. But I mean cute is fine, I think, but adorable is even more, yeah, embarrassing for a guy. But I've always thought you were very cool. That hasn't changed. You came up against the wall and found a way past it instead of turning around and running away. That's why I respect you as a police officer, one who has chosen to stand and fight.
おお、なんかそうやって面と向かって言われると照れるな。
That side of you hasn't changed either.
お前相手だとカッコつけられねえんだよ。俺の最大の弱点だな。
But you're weak to carrots too.
人参はちょこっと苦手なだけで弱点じゃない。
It's okay to have weaknesses. Let me think. You're bad at math and science too.
ああ、そうだよ。どうせ俺は弱点だらけだっつうの。
Despite all that, I'm proud to say I love you.
そういうことをさらっと言うなよ。ときめくだろ。
Mineo hit his face in his hand. Okay, then I warn you next time before I do. Mineo.
覚えてろよ。そんな余裕しゃくしゃくなのも今だけなんだからな。
I giggled at the cartoonish villain line. This part of him is so cute. But he didn't like it when I called him that, so I kept it to myself this time. We walked back to the police station together. It took the rest of the night to process the case. Somea was taken back to the station, where she confessed to everything. No one criticized me or Mineo for going outside of our jurisdiction, since it had resulted in a swift and peaceful resolution. Well, it's not like anyone would really blame us after the commissioner stepped in. Well guys, I will make a fast break. I go outside with my dog and then I'm back and will stream the other part from the guy. So, see you soon.